waited long enough. I am the difference between what it means to be good when you're trying to be epic. No, you don't gotta believe in me, nothing can stop me, I already said it. I'm taking everything they stole from us. You got your problems, I'm a whole nother. I'm giving people something to believe in, I'ma show them freedom like a bone cutter. We gon' fight back. Yeah, we breaking chains over here. You can stay over there. Cause this is revolution mixed with execution, we insane over here. We taking over, making no excuses. They can't control us when they only shooting blanks. Don't obey the rules, we go against the grain. We fight the system until no one is enslaved. I'm defiant, I rise in a crisis. I know what the price is. I'll show them what a fight is. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame, light a match. I will fight back. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame, light a match. I will fight back. Nah, this ain't hate speech. This is faith preach. This is Shakespeare mixed with Banksy. This is screaming out until you can't breathe. This is I don't care how long it takes me. Yeah, cause I know freedom reigns here. Already overcame fear. So if I wanna see it, then I gotta be it. I'ma be changed. I'm defiant. I rise in a crisis. I know what the price is. I'll show them what a fight is. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame, light a match. I will fight back. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame, light a match. I will fight back. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame, light a match. I will fight back. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame, light a match. I will fight back. I will fight back. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame, light a match. I will fight back. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame, light a match. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame, light a match. I will fight back. I'm the leader of the pack. I'm here where you at. Set the flame, light a match. I will fight back.
What is going on, everybody? Anthony here, 6 Scale Mafia, man. We are on episode 128, Saturday night, May the 4th. Wait a minute. What's going on here, guys?
Hey.
We're all wearing the same shirt.
Hey.
What?
We're officially a cult.
Is that what it is? How did this happen?
Tax free, baby.
Tax free. Hey, listen, we have special guests tonight. Thank you, by the way. Bob Dylan in the house, my man. Thank you for the shirts, dude. This is awesome. Bob, it's his first time here, man. So a round of applause.
Dude, you're the man.
You guys know him.
Yeah.
Look at all that shit. What you got there?
Hot toys, man. Hot toys.
Man.
Matt,
all about the
radio
Howard
technician.
Wow.
I love it. All right, fucking damn, dude. Get the flex, man. Jeez, man, just coming right in, right out the gate, flexing.
And I can't. I'm trying to focus. It's hard to focus on one thing.
I know. I know, right? It's freaking awesome.
The resemblance.
The little Annie. Yeah.
Wow, I love
Dude.
that, dude.
Bob, I
That's
think
awesome.
you really need a 6 scale Turbo Man doll to go with that little guy.
Dude, I would love a 6 scale Turbo Man. I
That
would
little
love
Anakin looks awesome, dude.
It does. It really does.
Wow.
that.
Okay.
Guy.
Very wow. Look at everybody in the chat. Yeah, man, dude. What is up, man? Damn it, Spock. Bob D. Packing some heat, my man. Amazing collection. Hey, Mario in the house. Mario, you're not here right now, right? Let us know. Let us know, my friend, and then you can come join us in, man. Yeah, May the 4th. Anyway, guys, we got Brother Cousins, my man. What's up, dude? Jay, as always.
Hey, what's up, man? Happy to be here, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all
With
some
this
full
wonderful-
screen loving.
Oh God. Oh, thank you so much. Glad to be here. Happy May 4th to everybody.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Feels like we've been celebrating for the last 2 weeks with all the Hot Toys Star Wars goodies we've been getting and everything. So yeah, I'm especially happy because I got that Artisan, baby. Yes.
You did? All right, that's badass. We will talk
Yes.
about that this
Absolutely.
evening, of course,
Absolutely.
as always. Also got my man Hector. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? Ready to sell my entire DC collection. What's going on?
Oh shit!
Holy shit.
Never.
Oh
Never.
man.
But I am a lot poorer these days. That's for sure.
No, I feel you there. I know. Right now, all of a sudden, you're getting into Star Wars again.
Dude, all it was a vision of a display, and I'm just like 5-6 figures deep right now. And I'm just like,
Oh,
oh
wow.
shit.
I feel you.
Yo.
I feel you. We'll get all into it, man. I'm so glad to have you here. CT as well. What's up, my man?
What's going on, man? It has been a great week. So much heat dropping on us, man. This is the first time there's been a couple things that have actually got by me, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. I know there's a lot more coming, so I'm trying to pace myself. But what a great week, and happy May the 4th, everybody.
Hell yeah. Happy May the 4th. And of course, Rob, my man.
Well, hello. I just want to say that I'm here under protest for this BS holiday that they made up. If you were there, you know that Star Wars Day is May 25th. It always was. It always has been. It ever shall be.
I tried to tell him.
This is some millennial construct. Everybody who gets a trophy in school made this stupid shit day up. May the 4th be with you. Revenge of the 6th. Empire of the 5th. Whatever the fuck it is. This is not a real holiday.
Come on, Rob.
Blasphema.
I want to thank Bob Dylan, however, for this epic shirt. Came in the mail. It actually fits me quite well. It's very comfortable too. So thank you, Bobby D. Every time I get a package in the mail from Bobby D, there's joy in it. So thank you for that. I've been able to say that face to face with you. But I just want to say May 25th, Star Wars Day. I was there.
There you have it, folks. He's not wrong.
You have it.
But we have our celebration. And again, I'm going to bring you right back in one more time, Bob. Thank
Hello.
you again. It's a pleasure to have you here. And you got
You're
your
very
flex,
welcome.
man.
Yeah. Happy May the 5th, May the 4th, everybody. And
Revenge of the 5th. It's Revenge of the 5th, right?
I think Revenge of the 5th, and then I guess there's something on the 6th as well.
Return of the 6th.
Return of the
Cinco de
6th.
Mayo. Cinco de Mayo coming up.
That's right.
Is that what it is? I've
That's
lost track.
tomorrow.
I've
Yeah.
lost track.
I live in California. But that's California,
Yeah,
Texas,
yeah.
man. Cinco de Mayo is where it's at.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, but I mean, as far as the Star Wars thing, I don't know if people celebrate after this.
Can you?
Did I buy a
full
Dark
screen-
Empire Luke from Toys Wonderland?
Oh wow.
Well, I don't know. Wait, hold on. Wait, what are you saying, Jay?
Can you blow up full screen Bobby D real quick? I just gotta take a look at something real quick.
Oh yeah, I told you, Bob, you're gonna be on the spotlight tonight a lot.
Sir, that top shelf. Oh my God! Now I've seen it in pictures.
Which one? The whole thing,
right
or-
there. The whole thing with the Karate Kid, with the Mr. Miyagi, all of front and
Oh,
center.
yeah.
Sir, amazing. I think that 80s collection rivals Anthony's. I think it does.
We work
Hold
together.
Yeah, we work together. There we go. We do.
Yeah.
We do. Holy shit. Collection
Very
tour,
nice.
Reds Talentino. Yeah, Bob, when you want to do? You ever think about doing something like that?
We need that for the culture, man. We need it.
I would need a lot of work. Yeah, a lot of things need to be on risers before I present. Like some of the
Yeah.
shelves look great. Some of the shelves look a little cramped. So maybe one day.
Oh, you're being
Very
modest.
nice. No, all that
They
looks
look,
great.
they look
man.
awesome, bro. They look
great.
freaking awesome, dude.
No.
Yeah, man, that Agent Smith Neil's is awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dante, my man, what is up? Dante, man, of Hot Collectibles, my bro. What is up, man? Hello, guys. Happy May the 4th. Good looking panel tonight. Yeah, we're all matching too, bro.
Yes,
So,
yes,
hey, and
always.
congrats, Dante, man, on the 100K, man. Shit, dude.
100K
Freaking
plus,
awesome, my man. So,
Wow.
yeah, man, round of
Jesus.
applause to Dante, dude.
Amazing.
Hell fucking yeah, man. That is awesome, dude. What else we got in the chat, man? Sorry, guys. Big busy night tonight, man. Nick Collectibles, what is up, my
What's up,
friend?
man?
Nick.
We got
What's up,
Texas
Nick?
Wells in the house, man. Just got back. Wait, what's going on? Cinco de Mayo early down. Oh, hell yeah. That's gonna be awesome tomorrow. I wonder if Mario's up to. Well, Mario, you're doing Disney. He's out there right now, right? Still in the chat. But guys, yeah, dude, it's been a crazy fucking. What do you want to talk about, man? Star Wars?
Okay,
yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Well, I mean, I know, right? Nothing else.
Oh, we were here to talk Shakespeare. What the fuck?
Talk Shakespeare. Shit. Well, we could definitely do that. You know what? Okay, you know what? Let me think. Let me think about what I want to bring up first, man. Because some of the not to discredit or discount any of these releases in any particular order, but I was pleasantly surprised.
X-Men 97.
Getting X-Men. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Getting another Shadow Trooper, man. I thought that was really fucking cool, man. We saw that photo in that magazine with Howard, previously, last week or two, but I didn't think any of that was like actualized like anytime soon, right? We talked about that. Weren't too sure. Then a couple days later, boom, we got all these drops we're going to talk about tonight. But this is like one of the firsts, that Hot Toys did, besides DX07. I mean, so bringing this back and getting that freaking red base Death Star wall is freaking awesome. But these are the blogger shots, so now it's out. Like I said, these were like real quick releases, guys, out there. So Sideshow, of course, can take a little bit of while, but these are on sale now overseas. So I don't know, man. It's pretty freaking cool. It's messing me up with the red because then I have this idea and I'm like, do I need to buy a bunch of the, that's
You do. You need to buy a bunch from them. The answer is always yes, you do.
No, it's not, man.
It's kind of blowing my mind because I didn't know this was kind of a re-release reissue. I didn't know that. I didn't know they gave these to us before. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, so we didn't have the wall though. The wall's new.
Right.
Okay,
So-
the wall's new. All right.
Now, yeah. So listen, if we go back to in the Wayback Machine, little history lesson, Sideshow was working with Hot Toys
Yes.
back in the day.
Yep. Couple.
And, Hot Toys helped work with some of the clones and a few of the Sideshow figures.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of what they were doing. And then one day, Hot Toys showed off the Shadow Trooper out of nowhere. And it was a Hot Toys brand. It was not a Sideshow piece.
Right.
Now, that wasn't up for pre-order yet, but they showed this off like at conventions, whatnot.
Gotcha.
So Sideshow, and I remember that Sideshow was like, whoa, what is this? This is when, Hot Toys was like, we're going to start doing it ourselves. And this is what they showed off.
CT showing it right now. Oh, wow.
He is
That's
showing
them
what
right
we
there.
got here. There you
Oh,
go.
wow. Okay.
So there you have it. That's what that was way back when. Then of course DX07 was the first actual
Wow.
released figure. But
Okay, so
thereafter, we
is
had
this?
the
So
Shadow
I'm trying to
Trooper.
understand. So this was. I mean, I know they were working with each other at one point. So CT, is this a Sideshow piece or is this a Hot Toys piece?
This is all Hot Toys.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it didn't have that red Death Star diorama backdrop. That's the new
Right.
thing.
That's the only. Yeah, that's the new thing. So
Right.
so it's cool to see this again, like so many years later. So I'm like, all right, this is cool,
If I-
man. And
If I remember, I think the base, you know how we have the standard Death Star type of base? I think that was red.
Oh. Okay.
If I'm trying to remember, but
So was this
yeah.
before DX07?
this was shown off first.
Before DX. Okay,
But
got you. Showing off.
DX07 was the first release,
Gotcha. Okay.
and then shortly thereafter, this went out.
Gotcha. Okay. I was like, I've been wrong all these years.
No. DX07 was still the first released one.
I was about to say, I was like, that's some Mandela effect shit. What's
Yeah,
going on?
But prior to Hot Toys showing off DX07, they showed off this first.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
okay.
then, Sideshow was like, whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah, because back then
because,
they
like,
were
they
doing
were-
some.
They were working
we were working with each
Sideshow.
other at one point. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they were like, you know what? We're just going to do it. So they got the license, and that's how people found out. They showed off the Shadow Trooper. So it has a little bit of historical significance anyway in that respect. But yeah, but now this one has the wall, and it's pretty badass, man. The background is everything. Yeah, Ed, that's what's tough, right? That's a tough one, man. So I'm not sure. I want to get a couple. I'm not gonna listen to Rob because you're gonna tell me to get like 6. And I can't do that. I can't even do 4, man. But I mean, I don't know. I'll bounce it around, man. I mean, CT, you have that Shadow Trooper. These new ones coming home. You thinking about adding them into the fold?
Yeah, I'll hold off. I've got one. I'm good. There's just too much stuff coming, and here's the thing too, like these are coming out now.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
So that's the thing. Some of these figures are ready to go right now, and some you can pre-order and they're coming out a year from now, like the Artisan and the figures like that. So because this guy's coming out right now, a lot of stuff came out this year and a lot of pre-orders, and did a good job paying everything up. I think I was paid up to like June. I'm like,
Oh wow.
nice, right? And then Hot Toys does this. They drop those other stormtroopers, triple zero, like several figures that they're due now. They're in, they want the money now. And where I was in a good position, now I'm kind of like back right where I was. And I swear to God, it's like Howard knows. I swear, I swear to God, he's like, oh yeah, he's doing a good job paying up. Oh yeah, okay. Release these. So here we are, and I've got to make some decisions. And on this one, I'm going to say no. I've got my one. You're right. The red wall is very tempting. Maybe toy anxiety. I can,
that would go
like that.
so quick.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll tag you when I see that one. I got you.
Yeah. Well, I will say,
to have friends. Thanks, Bob.
real quick, just so I can address TX Boy real quick. So the background's not reversible. What it is it's like we might not be able to see it in this freaking vlogger photo, but the back has the wall, the different wall plate background. That's what that means. So like you can have it either way, but it's not like you can switch this from white to red. Like there's no white on the back. It's just that other wall that you saw with the other Return of the Jedi Trooper reissue. You guys know what I'm talking about? I'll try to pull up a picture in a minute, but that's what that is. So yeah, I agree. It's tough, man. With so much heat coming out, it's hard. I do want a couple of these, but and I agree. Old 1/6, man. It'd be cool if you could just buy the dios separate, because for a while that's what a lot of people were doing. Remember, they were chasing those just to build a wall. So anyway, but Bob, what are you thinking about this shit, man? I mean, I know you got a lot of clones, but you want to go in here and build a whole wall or grab a couple? Or
yeah, not for me, but I'd say with troopers there's always the rule of two. So I think it's always nice when you have two, you can have them flank an officer from that specific IP. You're getting the like the Death Trooper specialist to flank Krennic from Rogue One or that type of thing, getting two TK troopers to flank Vader. So I think if you're gonna get them, you got to get a minimum of two.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's a nice setup, doing something like that. I mean, always like that whole Krennic setup was sweet, dude, with the Death Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
That just popped, man, back in the day, man. I love that. So
yeah,
and I get it. So I know I was gonna put a poll up, but I actually have a poll up right now for the Dark Empire. But it is pretty rad, man. I don't know, Hector, you thinking maybe so?
I've got it, man. Look, dude,
you do, because you're in like a weird state of mind right now, right? I mean,
here's the deal. I was enjoying everyone getting this, and then an idea for a display popped up, and I'm like, oh shit. So this follows the trend of the dark side of like what I want on my shelf. I'm gonna have Vader, I'm gonna have Luke, I'm gonna have the two droids, and I'm gonna have this guy. And then on the other side, I'm gonna have Anakin, C-3PO, R2, regular Luke, and then maybe a clone trooper to kind of complement Anakin. And dude, when they announced this, I was like, holy shit, even more money I gotta drop down. But yeah, man, I got one in the bag, dude. It looks awesome. And every picture, you like with all the red lighting, dude, I'm gonna have to put some red LEDs in that shelf.
Yeah, man, it just looks freaking
Awesome.
Looks awesome.
It's sweet, man. And I'm more of a stormtrooper guy than a clone trooper guy, as you guys know. So this is a tough one. This is like a battle of fortitude. Why does it say content not available right now? What the fuck happened?
Banned.
I just hit next, and whatever. We'll figure it out here. Real quick though, Dylan, my man, dude, thanks, brother. Man, with a $2 super chat, my man. Happy Halloween. That's no, you know what? That's funny. And listen, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it here. But I before I bring that up, and thank you, Dylan. What do you think, Rob? So you're telling me get a whole bunch, tell me 6, now 4. What about you? Any? Are you getting 0? Is that what
You know,
what? Let me hear it.
no, probably not. You know, in terms of like of all the stuff that dropped, you know, I want that Dark Empire Artisan Luke.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I want the most.
Well, let me ask you, were you able to secure the Artisan in the queue
No.
or
No. No, I didn't even know it was. I've been so busy finishing up this movie that I'm working on and doing this audio drama. I haven't paid any attention. I'm looking at this. What was really interesting was I'm like, we saw the picture a couple weeks ago of the Dark
Right.
Empire Luke, but I was like, are they really going to do that? Because I love Dark Empire,
same?
which they should have made into the sequel trilogy.
Well, that's what. Yeah. We're gonna
Right.
talk about it too.
What's really interesting is what I find the commentary that Hot Toys is making about Star Wars with these releases with Revan and Dark Empire Luke and what Starkiller or whatever, they're making a commentary about the state of Star Wars.
Yeah, that's a statement, right? That's what I was thinking.
Because it's the same thing. If you go to X06, what figures are not selling? You know, Burnham and Saru.
Yeah,
Maybe more Sarus than Burnham, and it's a commentary on the state of these franchises. And you know, if you look, so there's some great sequel figures, no doubt, but people their minds were blown when you were going to get a Revan, and Revan's from what, Knights of the Old Republic, you know, a game.
Yeah,
and yet there's more love for that figure than anything probably. I mean, yeah, old Han and Chewie is fine, but it's really interesting to do a Dark Empire Luke. That is just it's amazing. Not only is it amazing that they did it, it's amazing that Disney let them do it.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm
you're
sure
saying you see it more as Howard or Hot Toys telegraphing the lack of popularity of the current state of Star Wars, rather than it being a reflection of like the writer's strike or like a lull in new IP.
Oh, I think it's partly that too, but the Ahsoka line has proven that they've gone deep, and they can. I mean, we saw for the very first time in the last couple weeks that Hot Toys canceled pre-ordered figures.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Iron Man.
You got to bring that up
Sakaar,
again.
I know the Sakaar, but the thing is that it's an interesting state of affairs when it comes to the actual business. And if you think about like, if you look at what say Yoast is doing over at Jazz Inc. and they're companies that are really based on immediate interaction with their customer base, and Hot Toys I think is starting to do that more as well, you know, because they're these artisan editions, obviously there's a huge demand for them. They know that. They're seeing what's happening. The action figure collectible market for licensed figures is changing. And it's really interesting to watch it change, because I think it's becoming more specialized and it's becoming more bespoke, if you will, you know, and it's quite interesting to watch, because you know the thing about the Revan figure, and is it Starkiller? Is that what it's
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
okay. So it's
from the
Starkiller
Force Unleashed.
Yeah, the Force Unleashed, but for the
Lord
DLCs, the downloadable content part of the game. You know, it's not even part of the main game.
No, it was the Empire Strikes Back DLC. Where
which was,
Lord
I mean,
Starkiller.
the fact that you're going into that kind of stuff and there's this much excitement from the fan base, that says a lot, because these things are I love the Force Unleashed game. I loved it. And everyone loves Knights of the Old Republic, and people love Dark Empire as well. And the fact that these non-canonical Legends properties can gain or garner this much excitement from the fan base is really telling. And it's really interesting to see I mean, the designs of these figures as well. The designs, I mean, that Revan figure is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I can't wait.
And so
Can't wait for
is Starkiller and the Dark Empire Luke. And that's what I find. And look at the excitement that we have over this stuff. It's like,
Oh, I am all in it, bro. Look, I've took the liberty of bringing this up too for you guys tonight. For those who don't know, right? And Rob, you're familiar with it. I'm familiar with it, of course.
bought it
but
off the rack when it was new.
Yeah, and,
I mean,
and this was
this
still
was-
under the Dark Horse, but these modern covers are Marvel now and branded Legends.
Those
so I
are
wanted
these
to
are
clarify that.
Dave Dorman covers, and Dave Dorman is currently painting something for my audio drama. Believe it.
Oh,
or
he
not.
is.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so
Very awesome.
what people don't remember is that Star Wars kind of laid fallow for a while. So after Return of the Jedi came out, you had like droids and Ewoks, and then it kind of went away. And by
Yeah, was it?
'86, the toy sales were waning, and Star Wars had sort of drifted off into history, really. And it wasn't until '91 you had the release of the Thrawn trilogy, and you had the 6-issue Dark Empire trilogy coming out from Dark Horse, and they kind of worked concurrently with one another.
They did, and that's
Yeah.
what was so cool, man. Like they were only like a few months apart,
Yep.
and then a lot of people didn't realize that, and that's why I kind of put some key moments, some key panels from the comics in here, man. But basically, Luke goes and he's like, "Holy shit, the Emperor's here," and that's kind of the interaction that you're seeing there.
And
in
as
that
Mama
second
Luigi
issue.
points out in the chat here, the Rise of Skywalker was just
Yes.
a terrible ripoff of Dark Empire.
Yes.
I mean, it's just horrible. And you're like, why didn't you just go and? It's so weird to me. If they had adapted the Dark Empire, and it wasn't perfect, they could put more of a spin on it. But if they had adapted the Thrawn trilogy and Dark Empire and combined the two,
Dude, it would have been fucking
it would have
awesome.
been. And the thing is, why didn't they know to do that?
Yeah.
And the way Hollywood works is, why would we do that? We've got people like J.J. Abrams, and we've got Lawrence Kasdan, and they're going to work together. And I'm sure that didn't really go as well as
No,
planned.
see,
but-
like that right there, that's the last clone of Palpatine right there.
Yep.
As Luke was like, "All right, I'm gonna kill all the clones." After he's like, "Okay, I'll be your apprentice," because it was like to get in with him. He
Yeah.
destroyed everything.
And they
that
had
was
those
the
things
last-
like the World Devastators, those machines that would just suck up all the minerals and all the on the planets and stuff. I mean, this was so badass, this comic book. And
It was
people
pretty
don't.
sweet, dude.
Do you guys think that they didn't?
Well, I mean, look at
So
Leia.
here's Leia. This is Leia right here for
Did you-
Dude,
issue
I mean,
6.
Do you
don't
guys-
you- sorry.
I just want to say, do you guys think that they didn't go this direction with the sequel trilogy because of the age of Mark Hamill at the time? And I mean, the technology they didn't have. Let's be honest. Even when the sequel trilogy started when they started filming in 2014, 2015, that type of technology, that motion capture technology, it was there. But to do it for a whole, for a duration of a whole film for a whole character was probably quite unheard of.
I think
at the
a lot
time,
of
right?
that had to play in the role of it, that they waited, so they simply, and I'm not saying Disney, but Star Wars in general simply waited too long.
Right.
Well, they could have
come back.
look. What they could have done is they could have aged up our main characters and introduced the new characters like Ben Solo in this
Yeah.
same framework.
Yeah.
And they could have given us this whole thing because it's 30 years later. The idea that Palpatine comes back or whatever. They could have done it. It's just here's the problem. You need a lot of vision in Hollywood to do something like that. And
Yes.
the Hollywood, I can tell you right now, people know less than they've ever known about the
Yeah.
entertainment business.
Wow.
Oh,
And
agreed, agreed.
it's not. I'm not slamming on people because they're stupid, but they don't know history. They don't understand. Like even with Star Wars, they don't understand even the place, because everybody who's running Hollywood is in their 20s, 30s, 40s. So they missed all this stuff. They're not first generation fans or any of this. So they don't understand. They don't even know this existed.
That's crazy.
It's the real problem. They don't know. I mean, the fact that Dave Filoni does, and they've embraced Thrawn and all that, but even it's their version of Thrawn.
Right.
It's not they didn't even, as Timothy Zahn will tell you, I did a whole thing on this on one of my shows a couple months back, but they called him up after it was already done. And they're like,
Wow.
After.
yeah, they called him after and they said, look at this stuff. Look at this. Look, can you imagine Mark Hamill, but that being Mark Hamill? I mean, even if he's in his 50s he could still be badass. He's Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven.
Yeah.
And I mean, this kind of stuff I remember reading this comic going, this was epic. And you look at this as a storyboard. I mean, come on. Look what they were able to do with Count Dooku in the prequel trilogy, and how old was Christopher Lee?
Very good point. Yes.
You know, I mean,
Yes.
Yoda,
Yeah.
they can make this stuff work. It's just you have to have people. Nobody knows, like nobody has vision for this kind of thing, and that's the problem. And if they did, there's so many layers of you have to go through because it's corporations. The problem with corporations and art is that the people that are working in the corporate sector, the corporates who have to make decisions, know nothing about storytelling and nothing about the art of it all. They would look at this and be utterly perplexed. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, well, and that was the thing that I was alluding to.
By the way,
Mold
Mold King, the Chinese ripoff of Lego, makes that Star Destroyer as a Lego set.
That's what you were saying. I remember that. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But that was the whole thing. Without pulling too further out on that, which I totally understand what you're saying, Rob.
But now we're getting an artisan
this was
figure.
awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome, and it's not entirely like that's a world devastator. See how it's sucking up those imperial machines they come to planets and they just suck up all the natural resources off the surface of a planet, leaving it devastated.
Yeah, and it was a really cool story. There later on they did a Dark Empire 2 and 3, but this is based off the first one where he comes in, finds Palpatine still alive, does an apprentice underneath him, then meets up with Leia. But it's cool during this because he's actually starting to kind of feel like he might be losing control after all.
Well, that was the thing. Is he going to succumb?
Right. Because
Is he going to succumb to the dark side of the Force?
He went in there intentionally. It wasn't like an Anakin situation where he was deceived. Like Luke goes in there knowing he's like, I'm gonna kind of go in as like a spy sort of, right, and then become this apprentice so I can take out all of his clones.
Yep.
But while he's doing that, he's actually starting to kind of feel that, like, oh shit, maybe.
And which is a great story, because if if Return of the Jedi was a better movie, they would have done that in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but they didn't. But we got the book. Well, we got this anyway. But you guys are right. So this is kind of what this is. And I know, Bob, you weren't too familiar on that. I know a lot of people weren't. So I figured that's why I was going to kind of put this together. So you guys can kind of.
And the great thing is you can take your Palpatine figures and recreate scenes from the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You totally could.
Damn. More storytelling for your figures. That's dope.
I mean, this stuff is so rad. Like, you can go back and you can buy collections and read this story. But I mean, just look at the framing and all this. I mean, it was like the confrontation at the end of Jedi, but brought to the nth degree.
Yes. So that's kind of how this story goes. I know some of you that I've spoken to are now reading it now. So I know you guys, I mentioned you can buy it on Amazon too if you want. You can buy like the Kindle, the digital comic for, I think it was like $20 or
I mean, look at that stuff.
Like
you got a Palpatine clone getting up out of there,
So freaking awesome, dude.
If you're subscribed to Marvel Unlimited, it's also on there. That's where I read it.
Oh yeah, that's also true. Yeah, so if you have that there, you guys can definitely do that. So, but yeah, I know a lot of people weren't familiar with it when it came out. They were like, what is this? And I understand that not many people read the lore, read any of this stuff back then. I know somebody here was asking if it was Marvel or Dark Horse. It's Dark Horse, but these are like reprint scans.
Yeah.
So they've changed the cover. They now put the Marvel brand on it, and then they put the Legends brand on it. But they originally Dark Horse. Dark Horse did so much comics back in the day. So that's what this was all about. So.
And it's interesting. They did this was one of their first big licensed properties. They also did a phenomenal job with the Alien and the Predator comics.
Yeah, like AVP.
Yes.
And their Alien versus they did an Alien versus Predator comic that blows away the movie we got. The first
that movie's a piece of shit. Fuck that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
their comic, and it was always such a weird thing to me that they'll adapt novels, but why wouldn't they go in and look at these? Because the people that were writing these comics spent a lot more time thinking about the franchises that they were working with than Hollywood screenwriters do. And they were born out of love. This stuff was born out of love, man, and it was cool.
Yeah, second brother had I think he had the hardcover of Dark Empire. And I remember seeing it in the we had it in there in 95. I think
I have it. I've got the Dark Horse Dark Empire hardcover over there.
Yep, we have that, and we also had. We were going. I think I said it on Best of the Best the other night. We were going. I think we were going. I think it was probably like late '94. We were taking a ride up in New York. Him and his girlfriend at the time, now his wife. And they had the audiobook, and we were listening to it on like the audiobook of it, and just amazing. So to see them make a figure of this is just, I never thought. And I think a lot of us on this panel would have never thought that they were actually.
I never did. Yeah, I never. So, and I'll bring it back up here, guys. The other photos, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. I just want to kind of give a little bit of a brief history. I know, like most of us on the panel were familiar. I know CT, you have the comics as well. So we'll bring it up here in a minute. But Star Wars Universe was wondering, can we see Bobby D's battle damage Padme close up? And maybe let's see. Because you did get that changed, didn't you?
Yeah, it was just a little bit of some scissors, swapping out the right arm, and the torso is pretty easy. It's all a ball peg system.
Okay.
And then just a little bit of red paint, and you're good to go.
Damn. Looks perfect.
Oh, that makes me
Riley Lowe. If you guys have seen the battle damage Toby Spider-Man, he's going to do a Padme, and I promise you his version is going to be much, much better. He says he has some sort of unique solution for the body. I don't know if he's going to be working with the Fison or what. I actually feel like a non-Fison body was the way to go for her, because Fisons don't have a lot of skin detail, especially like in the abdominal area. It's really her clothing. Like if her material was made of a more stretchy spandex material instead of this like very cotton, it would cling a little bit better, more like the prop suit did. That's the only real like issue I have where I'm like, it doesn't look quite right. From the side it looks great, from the front, at certain angles, the abdominal region, the arm looks pretty good, but I wish the shirt was made out of a little bit of a different, more elastic material, and then I'd be like really happy with it. But stay tuned. I'm sure he's going to offer his own prototype soon.
So you did this all on your own then? This was just your own little...
Yeah, this was just me on a whim with, I had a lot of spare parts, and I'm like looking at it, I'm kind of like, well, I wanted to see what the body looked like, because sometimes when you take the bodies apart, you're like, this is a mess. This isn't going to be easy. But when I took her body apart, I was like, okay, it's a ball peg at the shoulder. It's a ball peg at the torso. I'm like, this is doable. It's just a matter of a little bit of tailoring and just a little bit of bravery. And I don't know. I think she turned out okay.
Yeah.
More than okay, bro. She looks awesome, dude. You kidding me? You did a great job.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sometimes you just got to go for it and be like, I'm going to mess up a very expensive and nice figure.
Right? Well, we do that from time to time, right? We go, you know what? We'll get a second one. We'll try to tinker and see what
especially if you have a vision, because once you have that vision, you're like, I got to do it.
You get it stuck in your head, and you just got to go for it. But going back to like what you guys were talking about, thank you, by the way, for the slideshow, because I was not familiar with the source material, and I kind of wanted to know more, because it did seem like a very interesting idea. Given that, Carrie Fisher has passed away and Mark Hamill is no longer a young man, if you guys did see this done, would you want a live action movie with those two characters recast? Would you prefer an animated take like Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire sort of thing with maybe Mark Hamill voice acting? How would you want to see this story get told for audiences that don't connect with comics?
I would be okay with that if they did like a Sebastian Stan or something, right? We always kind of talk about him being like a good replacement for Luke. Go ahead and recast. Dude, I've said in the past, even just reboot Star Wars. I know that's not a popular opinion, but I mean, like A New Hope, like just reboot. Like, so if they didn't do that and they wanted to kind of do some of these comic adaptations, just recast. I'd be cool with that. I mean, they recast, with prequels to a point, right?
I don't know. I don't know now if you really could, because it really was a sequel to the original trilogy, and now I just wonder if it's even plausible to do it. But it's interesting. See, this is what I mean. Like, what I want to know is, so they've made this figure, and they're making these Legends figures, and the Dark Empire figure is one of them, and they're going back into Star Wars history. I just wonder, why did they choose? No, I love the figures. The figures are amazing, and it's exactly the kind of stuff I love. But what made them do it? You know, what was and I think Bob was pointing out that there's just not a lot of. When are we with the next Star Wars movie other than Ahsoka? You've got, and then you got Acolyte. When we're not going to get another Star Wars movie for at least 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they can only recycle so much because obviously their marquee players are the figures that sell. You know, wouldn't it be nice if Hot Toys made a Dora Milaje figure?
Oh, and there it is.
I knew it was coming.
Take a
I
shot.
knew it was coming.
How long were you fucking holding that one into squeeze in the conversation?
I had to just, you know, come on.
No, you got it. You got it. You got it. That's
But
funny.
this, I mean, if you ask me what figure I would love to have seen that I never thought Hot Toys would make, it would be this figure. Just because I love Dark Empire so much.
Yeah, and that's what blows me away. Like, because we first saw Revenant Starkiller, and while as exciting as that is for me, especially Revan, I was even more excited by just seeing the Legends brand on the photos.
Oh, I know.
I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Well, and when Lael, I think it was, I first saw Lael put that picture up, and somebody mentioned Dark Empire Luke, and I'm like, no way. You know, it was one of those things where I couldn't believe that that we were getting it.
Yeah.
It just feels like 2 years ago, if we would have said this, you know, if we were just, you know, speculating and theorizing, like, oh, we were, you know, stuff we want to see from them. This just felt like, yeah, wouldn't it be cool if they did a Dark Empire Luke? Oh, they'll never do that shit. And here it is.
Here it is.
It just feels like.
And Revenant Starkiller too. I mean, and those figures they're what I love about them is they're beautifully designed.
Yeah,
they're really they put a lot of thought into them, and really cool stuff. Because I mean, how many times can you buy Darth Vader, and how many times can you buy your principal characters?
I can buy Vader like 8 times.
Yeah, but you already have.
Almost.
I mean, it's
Rob, to your point about, you know, them not being able to kind of to put the car in reverse and go back, because now they have these 2 forward going timelines, right? They've got the timeline going forward after the sequels, you know, with sort of, you know, Ahsoka and Mandalorian, they sort of pushed past episode 6, and then you have Bad Batch, those sort of things going pushed past episode 3, trying to incrementally make stories as much as they can in between the gaps of the episodic movies until they get like pushed into a corner. But then I look at something like Visions. Visions is totally like a fictitious universe that's loosely connected to Star Wars. You look at What If with Marvel, granted it has comic backgrounds to it, but it's still sort of, hey, we're going to just do these stories for fun, you know, don't take them too seriously. Yeah, they're canon, maybe not canon, but the whole animation medium gives them flexibility to do whatever they want, really. I feel like this is a great story. It seems to have a lot of meat on the bone. You don't have the opportunity to use the live action counterparts, and maybe they don't even want to go that route. I'd say give Filoni the reins to tell a story like this, because when I watch Tales of the Jedi or Tales of the Empire, I know that guy can storytell, and only you give him 16, 17 minutes and he will tell a very compelling story. Those comic arcs, those panels alone seem like they're so rich in character development that I kind of want to see what they could do with it. And for someone like me that, you know, can't go back and read the comics, or I wouldn't connect with them in the same way, but this looks very interesting. And then I would be more interested in the figures from it, you know, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look what they've done. I never thought X-Men 97 would turn out to be what it was, or what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's as an X-Men fan, that last episode too. I mean, they're doing it at a breakneck pace. I mean, I would say slow that down. You could have got 3 seasons out of what they've done in the last 6 episodes, 7 episodes. How many more are left? 7 episodes, 2 more, or what? 1 more?
2 more. Yeah. They're going a bit quick, but that's that style, that writing. That's what
because they're touching on, you know, they're taking classic X-Men stories but putting a new spin on them, and it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's
insane. But yeah, I mean, it would depend on the style of the animation. You know, like I would love to see it done as like Blue-Eyed Samurai. And if they did it like that, like you had some kind of that kind of elegant European animation, because that's a French animation company, it could probably be pretty great.
Yeah. Listen, I will say this really quick. Damn it, Spock. We were talking about that. Wouldn't that be cool if we got an heir to the Empire Thrawn? Just saying. Because he would be different. He'd have the whatchamacallit, the Mari or whatever on his, because Sideshow made that a while back.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, you'll probably get it. And the thing about this is, for Hot Toys, this just makes sense, especially for them being a toy company. At the end of the day, it's high end, but it's a toy company. And we know how, if you look at, not to, put them in the same category as like a Toy Biz back in the day, but they are toy companies. And Toy Biz in their heyday, they had a lot of repaints and stuff like that, reused parts, figures and stuff like that. And, it was at the time because they were a toy company. They wanted to make as much money as possible. But with this right here, it gives Hot Toys the ability to kind of do that sort of thing. But also, they're giving us quality head sculpts. They're also giving us figures from this didn't just come from anywhere. This is not them just schlocked or just pushing together.
Didn't just make it up.
Exactly. This has historical roots. You know what I'm saying? So
from over 30 years ago.
Exactly. So it's perfect. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. And this is all a great conversation, by the way, guys. And we got like 210 in the chat, man. Let's hit that like button, man, and subscribe to everybody here. I got everybody's link in the description too, man. Follow CT and Hector and Bob Dylan on Instagram if you guys haven't already. And of course, Jay and Rob, links are in the description. But I want to bring this kind of back into this was a whole nother situation again, though, as we're talking about. As great as this is, they did do an Artisan Rooted. They did make it limited. We had that queue system. Everybody who wanted it, I don't know if that's fair, but everybody who wanted it, I think got it, right? I mean, I put a poll in the chat where 175 votes asking if you guys got this Luke. 35% of you so far said you got the Artisan. 20 said regular. 11 said no, I missed it. So that's what I'm wondering. Is this 11%?
I missed it because I didn't even know it was going on sale.
Because it's a little, that's what I wanted to know, and I want to kind of bring it to CT real quick, just because we haven't really heard your thoughts too much on this, but I know you got in because we were talking about it. You got the Artisan, but
everybody got this except for Dylan. I mean Dylan. Sorry, but I got the rooted and I got the sculpted. So I went ahead and I dry ran the hell out of this thing. And I was able to get in twice. But I went with the sculpted on the second one. And I like the sculpted better. Now, today, let's see. When I have them in hand, maybe my opinion will change. But you know what I'm doing.
No, I do. But the reason I bring this up, and Bob, I'm going to get to you in a minute. Thank you, brother. But the reason I bring this up is because we also make a good point. I mean, the first Artisan that we saw was either Joker or Anakin. I forgot which one because it was back to back. Remember? But anyway, those are the first that we saw, like an Artisan. But none of us have an Artisan in hand yet.
Right.
So it's hard to kind of gauge like what the quality of Hot Toys Rooting is going to be this time around. Not the Barbie hair that we've gotten before.
Right.
This is their new Artisan. So we don't know, right? So I get the apprehensiveness. A lot of people are like, hey, I don't know, man. Do I need rooted Luke short hair when we've had 10 Lukes that all have pretty good sculpted hair? We're used to that. So
on matters like this, I lean to the man, to the rooting king, Bobby D. And I try to ask him yesterday, and I gotta tell you, I think he knows what's coming.
He knows what's coming.
I think he gave me a soft answer. I think he didn't. I'm like, he was like, no, it's a good figure. It's good. And I'm like, good or great or, and he didn't want to play along. He didn't want to answer anything. But
he didn't.
I don't know. I look at this figure. I think the sculpt to me looks better. And I'm a little bit nervous about the rooted hair that this is Hot Toys just starting, getting out of the gate, and that, you know, they improve with everything. You know, they learn real quick. And will this hold up? Will this age poorly in the way of that? When we look back at this, we're going to be like, oh geez, that's when they were just starting their rooting, and yeah, it didn't have that curve like the rooted, but now they do that. Now they can get it down, and I don't know the capabilities of what is a good rooting. I don't know what to look for. This to me looks good. You know, I don't know what great is, and I think that guy does.
Well,
you know,
speaking
I think
of that guy, yeah, so. Bob Dylan just gifted 20 memberships to the channel, guys, while he's on the panel. Thank you. You see all these alerts coming up on screen?
It's his third arm.
It's his third arm. Thank you, Bob, dude. Thank you so much, my man. I do appreciate it. But he's right. He's talking, you know, CT, you do a lot of rooted stuff. So
yeah. If I could speak to your point about Artisan. So I'm big on knowing the pedigree of a piece, because I feel like if you know who the chef is in the kitchen, you can be a lot more confident on ordering off the menu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So the first Artisan branded figure hasn't been released yet, but what has been released is the WB100 Wonder Woman.
There you go, brother. Yep.
And I happen to know that that's the same artist that worked on both prototypes, that is Yuan, because she'll reshare Hot Toys' posts on the prototypes that she worked on. So when you open up that piece, you've seen unboxings of it. It came in a bell jar.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a whole lot of futzing required from what I was told.
Nope.
I wish they went with a magnetic neck, because the last thing you want to do is apply a whole lot of force to a ball peg system when you have delicately styled hair. But other than that, I think it came out as close to as prototype as promised.
Yes.
I think you got enough faith to say, okay, I think the Artisan line, they're going to come with minimum futzing required. They're going to come packaged securely, and you're going to get what you're paying for. Again, it's only 1-for-1, but you know, like, it's a brand new line. I think they're invested the right resources in it. The thing I found interesting when CT talked about the Luke was that this is the first Artisan where she didn't reshare that post. I don't know if it's the same artist that did this prototype that did all the previous Artisan editions. Because if you notice, the strands of the hair on this one are a lot finer. They've been styled a little bit differently than the Artisan Wanda or the Artisan Anakin or the Artisan Joker. So this may not be her work. I'm not saying that means it's bad. I just mean maybe they decided to go with someone else. This almost seems a lot more like Tetsu's work or a 12-inch Ping Chen. If you follow their work, they use a lot finer strands. Their process takes a lot longer. Maybe that means this will take longer to be released because the production process is a lot slower. That all kind of goes into and has to be factored in. When you have lots of bunched of strands of long hair, like with Wanda, it's a lot quicker to root a sculpt like that. When you have a bunch of strands that are different lengths, that are different colors, and you have to blend different colors in, different strands of wool, that takes a lot longer to do. So it's deceptively simple. Like, his hairstyle is deceptively simple, but I think his sculpt might actually take longer to root than, let's say, a Scarlet Witch would, because of that complexity in those.
Right, they're gonna have to take more care in the shorter.
They will
kind of style
to do it right.
And that's a great point. And I want to bring up Jay real quick, just because you are showing off. This is the WB100, right? This is our pre-Artisan rooted. Now you've had her since she came out.
Yep.
Now,
it's been
granted,
close to a year.
Okay.
Now, granted, this is to Bob's point, though. They will obviously they're gonna have different artists doing different hairs.
Exactly.
But, so then it really does become like, do we know what's the talent of this person on this figure? But if we just go at face value and say, okay, this is kind of our first rooted Hot Toys, what is your impressions of this hair? Because I didn't pick her up. Remember, I ended up waiting forever to get the WB, the 84, right? The Wonder Woman 84. That took forever. And as soon as that came out, then they dropped this shit. So I was like, dude, So I was like, I'm not getting this. But you have this. You've gotten this since it came out.
Yep.
It's not very old, but still, I mean, your impressions initially and now that you've had it for a while, what do you think about that?
I think it looks great. I think they did a great job. I think they could have used a little bit more Dax wax on it, or to lock it down. But for how fine it is, and looking at all those strands, damn good. And there's some flyaways on it, but looking at her hair, I was just watching The Flash, like I think a couple hours ago, and that's how her hair is. That's how real hair is. And looking at what they done with this, if we get anything close to this with the rest of the artisans, I'll be happy. I do think the characters that have short hair, just like Luke, like Bob was just saying, they're going to have a little bit more care. It's probably going to take a little bit longer to do that. And they're going to have a little bit more product, some more Dax wax, pretty much similar to what we're seeing with like the Joker from Art and stuff like that, just to keep everything more in place because it's a shorter hairstyle. But for this right here, for longer hair, I think this is fine. I think this looks good. And I think this is held up pretty damn good in my opinion.
Now, was she right out of the box like this, or did you kind of play around and style this or twirl the hair? I'm just not familiar with her.
This was right out of the box. The only thing that I did was like this little, on this side right here, I moved in the box. This little piece of hair it hung the same way the other part.
Sorry, let me bring it back up here.
Yeah, it hung the way this part was. I just pulled this one to the back, and that's it. So what you're saying is this is the style out of the box. That's why they had it in a little. Yeah, they had it in that little mason jar. It looked good. This is out of the box. This is no futzing, no nothing for me. This is, that's that.
She looks fantastic, dude. It kind of irks me that I got the 84, and then you know what it reminded me of? This is just my own anecdote about it, but it reminded me of when they dropped the Mandalorian Scout Trooper and Speeder Bike.
Yeah,
you guys remember that shit? You remember, Jay? We were there when it dropped, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Boom!" And then it starts to ship. And then they were like, "Here's the Return of the Jedi. This is the one you really wanted." And I'm like, "You motherfucker! I don't want to have." So that's kind of how I felt with this Wonder Woman. I finally got 84, and then they dropped this. So it's. That looks great.
The other fly in the ointment is that figure doesn't have rolling eyes, does it, Jay?
Nope, that's the only thing.
So all these new figures with rolling eyes and the artisans, they're in the DX line. They're supposed to have rolling eyes. That's what bothers me. Is okay, it's gonna look nice. But is anybody really going to want to mess with removing part of the head to access the rolling eyes, then put it back on, then some hairs get trapped in between, like with the Art Joker? I'm like, can they just go all the way and just give us that magnetic rolling eye system so I don't have to keep disconnecting a scalp or disconnecting a head?
That's an extra $1,000, sir.
I mean, maybe in 10 years from now when they do the 5.0s, we'll have silicone in the magnetic eyes. But I just feel like we keep getting a little bit better. And then someone else makes a quantum leap in the game, like J&D or InArt, and Hot Toys is like, "Yeah, we'll get there." Oh, we just got USB. Like, hold your horses. Give us 3 more 2.0s before we get there.
Unfortunately, yeah. Guys, real quick though, can I get one more vote in the chat, guys? We're at 199 votes on this poll. I want to end it at 200 here because I got another poll that I'm about to bring up, but let me know if you guys haven't already voted, man. 199 votes, and then we'll go ahead and check the results. But yeah, you're right, Bob. It's like Hot Toys will kind of just get there when they get there. It's kind of like their mentality, I think. Because a lot of people were like, "Oh, look, InArt's coming around. Here's a Joker." Remember that? And everybody was like, "Is Hot Toys going to do another Joker?" We're like, "Of course they're going to, but they're not going to rush it. They're going to get to it when they want to get to it. They don't give a shit." So, eventually, like you said, we'll get to that point eventually when Hot Toys is ready to go ahead and do that. So,
what we need is an Australian child to swallow one of those rolling eyes. And then after that, we'll get magnetic curves. Standard. We just need someone to take that hit for the rest of us.
Yeah. I will say,
for what you wish for, Bob.
Right? Listen, yeah, honestly, that's the only difference that we've seen is that the price difference on Luke is just the rooted. Because he comes with everything. I didn't see anything different. And a lot of people didn't know this because I don't know why they didn't advertise this in the solicitation photos. But when you look at the secret base photos, Luke does come with 2 lightsabers. He does come with his green and his red.
Yeah, so, I didn't know that until I got in the queue. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, there is a red, and they're both USB, so really cool. So I'm gonna take. He'll rock the red, and I'll use the green Luke saber with one of my other Lukes.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Fuck it.
Oh.
You know,
You
it's
mean
kinda-
the bled crystal saber?
Listen, I love Charles
The
Soule. He's a
blood.
good writer. I like the Vader comics in 2016, but I am not a fan of that idea of having to bleed a fucking crystal to make it red. And that was him. That was him who
Such
did
is
it.
the circle of life.
I know. That's funny, dude. That is funny. So, but I do want to bring this one up too, guys, because come on.
Yeah, you know what? I've never even opened my original Sith
Of
speeder.
course you.
And I just want to say the stand. I wish I had that stand to make that pose, because the stand on the original Sith speeder wobbles.
Yes, it does.
It's
Yes.
not stable at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I did. Okay, I have taken it out of the box and put it back.
Okay, you have. All right. Well, that's.
But I never officially set it up. But you put it on. It never stops wobbling. But how it looks like you've got with that pose, they've got the really nice hard base for the speeder, and then Maul has a separate stand, so you can do that where he's flying off the speeder. That's such a cool pose. I would love to do that with mine, but we don't have that stand. Does that mean I have to buy it again? Look at these face sculpts, man. Come on.
Yeah, I'm buying this again.
I hate that I have to do that, but look at these face sculpts. The head sculpts
Yeah.
are.
Well, let
and
me
the face.
pause. Let me pause right here too, as well. And guys, I just put up a poll in the chat. Let me know, man. Hell yeah. I'm fine with the 1.0. I'm not interested, or I'm annoyed that they did a 2.0. Those are the options. Poll in the chat, man. Guys, let me know. Well, those are all valid because some people are. So
It's all so refined. It's like they really improved it a lot.
I mean, the faces alone. Look at those head sculpts, bro.
yeah. Oh,
Nice, man.
hello. We've got Layla in the house too. What's up, my
What's
man?
up, bro?
Hey,
Yeah,
Happy May the
just
4th, dude.
happy May the. Well, hey, I don't have a May the 4th shirt, but it's appropriate that you got this picture up because it's got my guy.
Oh shit.
definitely-
there you go.
Yes, you already know. 25th anniversary. You already know what it is. We got Maul in
Hell
the building,
yeah,
so you
bro.
already know, bro. That's what it's all about. So, yeah, man. Thanks for having me, bro. I just
That
came
was
back
my
from
bad
see-
on the shirt memo.
Hey, I don't even. How'd you get those shirts, bro?
Oh,
We're a cult.
our man of the hour, Bob Dylan himself.
So Bob,
I
you
will
sending
send you
out
a shirt.
shirts, and you
I
ain't
will
send
send
me
you a
one,
shirt.
man.
I didn't
was
know
my
you were going to be
fault.
on the stream. I'm
Yeah,
so
he was
sorry.
like, "Who's all on the panel?"
you know
And
what?
was
I didn't-
confirmed. That
I
was
didn't
my
know
fault.
either, bro. He didn't. It ain't your. It is. It's not your fault because I didn't. Anthony sent me the link. I was at watching Force Awakens. I'm sorry, not Force Awakens. Phantom Menace again. And I didn't get the link until like a little bit later, but yeah, man. Thanks for sending this out. And it's appropriate that you have this up. So
Dude, hell yeah. Well, yeah, I know you're excited. I mean, since
Oh,
you
super
just got here,
excited.
I guess we'll go with your thoughts here on it first, because I mean,
Yeah.
you and I have it. I think most of us on the panel, most of us have Maul. We've had Maul forever, and this is the original right there on
Yeah.
the left. I mean, this is so
Yeah.
much better. I'm fucking stoked, man. But yeah, your thoughts a little bit if you.
Oh,
could.
it was a no-brainer, bro. Because I knew. Listen, anything like when I told you, I was talking about this earlier. Right before I put like a down payment on it using my CT card. I was talking about this earlier about how, definitely. I'm a Maul fan, bro. There's Vader, and then there's Maul for me before anything else. I mean, I've loved the introduction of this character. I remember seeing Phantom Menace the very first time, watching the trailer, seeing this character, and I was just like, yo, it's unbelievable. And I think, just like I told these guys earlier, I wrote a 18-page thesis in my psychology class about this character. I mean, about Maul. And it went off, and definitely made the grade for me. But that's how much I love, Darth Maul as a character, because it's a tragic tale. And him, his death, of course, the way he died, died more so as an equal, was simply amazing and well done, I thought. But yeah, this was a no-brainer, bro, to have the LED light up saber, and also the blood fin lights up now, LED USB. So whenever I turn my display on, it just lights up. I don't have to worry about turning the batteries on. It's awesome, bro. The head sculpt, the improvement, looks exactly like Ray Park, as Darth Maul. You can see it there. I'll just have 2 blood fins. That's just the way it is. Go big, go home. Or just don't go at all. Plain and simple, bro. That's just how it be.
No,
So,
I'm
you know,
with
that's where I'm sitting, man. Like, I mean, I was like, you know, listening to CT earlier. I went in on everything, pretty much everything that I basically could, because I love Star Wars that damn much. The only thing I didn't get was the golden, the gold chrome clones. I didn't do that. But everything else I did actually go in on. So I was extremely excited about that. Hey, can I show well, CT saw this already, but I got to show Bob Dylan. I got to show Jay. I got to show everybody else that didn't see it. Except for CT, especially Rob. You got to see this, bro. You got to see
You
this.
want me to
Show you real quick?
Spotlight you up here? Yeah.
You got to see this real quick. So let me show you this real quick. This is just a preview. So shout out to my man Uncommon Flex Ty, bro.
Ooh,
So,
oh shit.
so
Okay.
definitely.
Ty,
Okay. So you see what that is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You see what that is, right? So that's the Palpatine hologram on this platform that we actually saw. But bro, listen, when I tell you he knocked it out the park with this throne, he killed it, bro. He killed it with this throne, bro.
Yeah, amazing.
Bro, look at that. That
I'm
Vader
getting all
throne.
wet.
Bruh, literally, this throne is incredible, bro. The paint applications on it. If y'all haven't gotten a piece from Ty from Uncommon, and I think he said he's going to actually have a run on this. He's going to put this up. So if you actually want to reach out to him. This was well worth every cent spent. And he surprised me with this. Like, I didn't even know that I was getting this with it. And he just basically surprised me. So again, hit him up if you're looking for it. Uncommon Flex Ty, but this is dope, bro. It's
Dude,
so
yeah,
awesome.
shout out to Ty, dude. Ty's
Okay,
an awesome guy.
I have
man.
to ask Leo. I have to ask you something.
What's up?
Though.
What's up?
Well, I need to know, where can I get the Lael Rockwell authentic behavior 6-scale figure? Come on, man. I mean,
bro,
why can't I get that?
Bro, I wish. I wasn't even. You know what?
Where's that album? Where can I download that? Come on.
That album. So what I did was, when I got back from Australia, I didn't want it in publication as far as on mainstream, because I didn't want anybody taking money from me. Mm-hmm. So what I did was I created a website, and my website is where you actually got that album, and it was basically up for like maybe 2 or 3 years, limited run. And once it was out, it was just what it is. But I can still put it back up, and I plan on putting that actually back out for release once I release the other album. So you'll see the evolution, because it was that album, followed by an album called Black Boy. And then after Black Boy would be this particular album, which is Letters, which kind of finishes off that run. Letters is my 7th
trilogy,
album.
You mean?
Yeah, Letters is going to be the 7th album. That'd be my very last album. So that'd be it.
Nice.
But yeah, man, that's just how it ran, man. So I'm excited about it. Been working on that for a while.
Because I'll buy them.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Okay, and you're talking about talking about this right here, right?
That's
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
Yeah, that was the very first album, bro, that I did. I arrived back in the United States in 2013. I put this album out in, I think, 2014. It was the very first album that I released coming back home. And I was excited about it. This, we had a friend of mine, Paul Stephanitis, that took my picture. It was crazy because he was snapping pictures of me in New York City when we arrived, and he decided to just kind of Photoshop and make, just kind of add like filters and do all this crazy stuff. And he was like, yo, you should use this for your cover. We just kind of went through it a little bit. I was like, I don't know. And we just ended up with it. But yeah, man, this was the very first one back home, you know what I mean? So it's just been a trilogy running. So finally get a chance to finish the run, like to finish the album it was supposed to be, because it took some trials and tribulations, but we're finally arriving. So man, yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, Euler says my mom says I can't listen to albums with parental advisory stickers.
Exactly, bro. Hey,
I don't know.
Oh,
hey,
that's fucking great.
Tell your mom to let you put your grown man pants on and listen to it, bro. You good?
Hell yeah, dude. Is this not here? What's going on with my video? I think my video's screwed up. Well, I'll pull it up here in a second again, guys. Let me reload it. Something happened.
Yeah, man.
Something happened
Shout
with
out
his
to Bob.
mall
This is the
over
first
the-
time I get a chance to be on here with Bob Dylan, man. I'm like, all right, that's
Hey,
what I'm
me
talking
too.
about.
Me too.
Bobby
Bob
D?
Bob
Me
is
too.
here,
It's-
man,
it
so-
feels like Bobby D step point. What did they say, Jay? What did Andre 3000 say to John Legend? Yeah, it's about time you step behind that piano for a little bit and come up
Hey,
front.
right.
Dude, listen,
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
load that mall up one more time, but look, because Bob's here, I'm gonna keep soloing him. Look at his customs there, man. Look at all that shit.
Bro.
Bob, we really need that collection tour for real, man.
We really
Bro.
do. Your displays too. Come on.
The dopest one I see up there, honestly, that I'm drawn to is that Matrix.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
Burly
shit
Brawl.
is incredible.
That's amazing. That
That
amazing.
shit, I'm just drawn to that. Automatically, I'm just drawn to that. Like that just hooked me. Definitely. That's
That's my wife's favorite one too. Yeah.
He's blocking an incredible John Wick collection
Oh, yeah.
too. There's just
No, he
yeah,
is.
every
He is.
John Wick
He is. Look at that.
imaginable.
Oh,
Just
Yeah.
amazing.
come on, man. Come on, Bob. You yeah.
Dude, it's so good. It's so
It
good,
is,
man.
bro. Like
It's
I
so
look
good.
I look at that and I just want to flip over my detours like Jesus did the table when he found out it.
Weren't those money changers?
Yeah, bro.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
The wrong one here. Let me so let me bring this guy back up one more time because I accidentally closed that guy's. But yeah, dude, look, so
Yeah,
you know,
gotta have it.
you remember me? I got DX16, I think. 17 is with the Bloodfin, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So 16, 16's right here. This is Maul right here. So for me, I was like, that would work because then I could just get this one, have the speeder, then have that one. So it's kind of cool for me because that way I'm not like, oh shit, I got two speeders, but it's still really cool. But dude, this is freaking amazing.
It's awesome, bro. It's freaking awesome, bro. Like it's one of the best renditions. But here's the thing, bro. And I was asking this question earlier, even yesterday when they did all these releases. It's like there were some things here that we talked about we would never see, and we thought that were there for placement. Maul was one of them. We thought, okay, maybe Maul was just basically but I had an inkling that they would probably do it. So this opens the door, bro. Everything that they teased on that list, they had Maul, they had Dooku, they had Kylo Ren. They had these figures that were actually there. They had the Emperor. So are we seeing the age of acceptable 2.0s for a lot of people who never got a chance to get those before?
I'm actually going to talk about that a little bit later.
Gatekeeper.
We'll discuss it because there was something that I was reading that I want to kind of bring up to you guys. But you're right. I think so because this was like we were like, wow, okay, another Maul. That's great. I mean, we knew Phantom Menace was 25th anniversary, but I thought and it's not over yet. We might still get like a Padawan Obi-Wan, maybe a little Anakin, maybe a Jar Jar. I don't know, but for them to kind of revisit this, but in a good way. Because like you guys all mentioned, this head sculpt is so much better, dude. They've never really nailed Maul. In my opinion, that Ray Park likeness. I think this is here, man.
They nailed it, bro.
Grimace
They
dude,
nailed it,
awesome.
and they proved it by giving you a side by side look at the old versus the new.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they killed, bro. It's phenomenal. This is definitely phenomenal, man. Like for real.
Yes.
And
trying so hard
that's
not
what
to.
I saw too. Yixie's doing the sculpt for this Maul.
He didn't.
You guys know? Yeah, because I saw Yixie make a post on that. So, I was like, oh, okay, working on Maul. That's freaking sweet. So, yeah, I mostly your commission toy box. So I don't know, but I kind of agree with you on that. But CT, you were mentioning too, right? This was that confirmed? I know you and I were discussing. I didn't read it, but this is USB now, right?
It is LED USB, which is nicer. I've got the original right here, and it's battery powered. So, that's a nice little upgrade. And I think I can't really see, but if you look at that console on it, it's all red. It's all one color. And as I'm trying to look at the pictures, it looks like it might be a little bit better. There might be a little bit more color on that console, but the back is the same. It's just green lights. But yeah, at least they went ahead and they made it USB, and you don't have to open up the cabinet, to throw the switch. You can have it on and just have it plugged in all the time. So yeah.
Pedro, first Hot Toy was Maul looks exactly like Ray Park's stunt double. It's funny, man.
Yeah.
No, I mean this, so that's gonna be cool that it's USB. Like all the other stuff I have, I use like the fake batteries to power them on. But being the fact that it's USB is so much more convenient, these days. So I'm glad that they updated that versus like they didn't do the Batmobile. They just kind of re-put it back out, and so I'm glad that they did this. But I mean, I'm definitely there. Jay, you have Maul, but is this another upgrade, or are you cool with Phantom Menace originally?
For me, it's always a go big or go home type of thing, and it's kind of hard because I could just go with the standard because I am upgrading. I want this version. I mean, this really looks like
even the speeder looks better. The painting and paint ops look.
The paint apps are different. They are different, man.
The paint apps look different. But we got to hang with in 2018. We actually got to me, second brother, and Lil Macho. We got to actually hang with Ray Park for like 30 minutes. And the whole time we're talking to him, I had to step back for a little bit. I was like, this is fucking Darth Maul we're talking to. It was just cool. And looking at this, I was like, damn. And I ain't gonna lie, like when I did the show on Thursday, I was first kind of like, do we really need this? This seems kind of, like we just got it not that long ago. And then when I thought about it, and as looking at it, and then really looking at that side-by-side comparison, and this shot right here was the shot where I was like, oh no, that's Ray Park. But damn,
and see the grimace look. That's what I'm calling this right now. I don't know what this kind of grin is, but that is fucking Maul, dude. Like, and
that's when they clash lightsabers with Qui-Gon.
You got it.
And that's that exact look that was on his
and
face.
who else? Who else was with Qui-Gon?
Padawan Obi-Wan. So I'm hoping we get that.
Yeah,
bro.
Padawan Obi-Wan. So come on,
get that. Hold on. So is it weird that we didn't get a damn thing today, or are we okay? I mean, I'm fine.
I think we're fine
with it. Yeah,
I'm fine.
The night is not over yet, my friend.
It definitely isn't. I still
not
wasn't
over yet.
So so let me ask: Did any of you guys actually see Tales of the Empire?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You saw
It was wonderful.
Yeah, it's May the 4th be with you. I woke up and it's the first goddamn thing I did. Some of these guys are Star Trek guys, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got up. I woke up. Man, come on,
guy here.
Yeah.
I have not seen it. Guys, we're not going to spoil it though.
No, we're definitely not going to spoil it. But CT,
just
if
giving people
know
awareness out there.
If you know, they got to release those Inquisitors. That's all I'm going to say. They have to. It's a must. If you know, they have to do it. But
after they put out a rooted hair Luke, anything
is possible.
Can happen. Anything is
possible.
Yeah,
anything's gonna.
I truly believe that now. I truly believe that.
So can I ask the panel? Because there's a lot of us here. I don't kind of want to go like everybody one by one, but are we all pretty excited for this Maul in general?
Yes.
Everybody feel like they're picking it up.
Dude, look, man, I want this, but I gotta restrain, and I'm waiting on what they're gonna do. If they're gonna give me a Qui-Gon, or if they're gonna give me an Obi-Wan to pair this with, because I can't just get him. It's gonna look weird on my shelf with just him alone and shit, like with everything else that I'm getting.
Yeah.
So I gotta wait and see. Hopefully, it doesn't waitlist anytime soon, but.
What you just now said, right? And I'm because I like what you just said. You want to wait because my fear is if they give us a Obi-Wan, a Padawan Obi-Wan, that sculpt is going to be immaculate because they're improving on that and it's incredible.
Yes.
If you have that and you have this Maul, they honestly have to give us a 2.0 Qui-Gon.
I know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Artisan rooted. Artisan rooted. I'm saying.
Yeah, but they can't give us Qui-Gon next.
No.
Because that's where I would have a problem. Because I'd be like, dude, we only have 2 Phantom Menace figures, Qui-Gon and Maul. So if you give us new Qui-Gon and Maul, and that's.
But if they give us a Padawan Obi-Wan and a Qui-Gon, would you be okay with that?
Absolutely.
Like a 2-pack? Oh god.
Improve it.
If they can improve it, bro.
When I came in to collect, and I remember there were these 2 dudes at the gate, these 2 fucking big dudes at the gate.
I already know where he's going.
Where's the story?
I want these figures. I hope they 2.0 them. And Mario and goddamn Anthony were like, no,
Yeah.
no 2.0s.
Yeah.
No
Going
reissues.
is by the gate.
I'm a no
No
reissue
2.
guy.
These are beautiful. These are perfect. You don't have them. We have them. It's right here. I'm looking at it. They can't possibly perfect this anymore. In Maul, this figure was actually one of their examples.
Yep.
There were other Mauls out there, and they were like, this is the best Maul. This is
Best one out, bro.
this is the best one. But when you look at that sculpt, I'll be damned. They have made enough significant changes, not, just the horns, the face, the shape, the painting, all around, that it is noticeable and it is better. So,
Definitely.
you can't count them all when they're going to do a 2.0. And, I know we'll talk about it later, but, they said that they are going to improve these figures. And
Yeah,
and they
definitely,
did.
yeah.
If what they did with Maul is what they plan on doing with these other figures, yeah, hell, I'm all for it, because that's
Yeah.
noticeable and I want it.
Dude,
And you
my-
know how
my-
you
Oh, go
you know
ahead.
how I got it real quick, CT. I didn't actually get it through you. I didn't use your card on this one, bro. I didn't. I used that Robert Meyer Burnett Platinum Plus
Yeah.
because that one arrived at my house finally. So I used that one over there. So, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
That's a good one.
That- Yeah, that's and by the way, for May the 4th, the CT card, the interest is we're running a special. The interest is going up to 40%, kids. 40%. So go ahead and buy
50
all
tomorrow.
your goodies. Buy,
50 tomorrow, right?
go get your Umbra figure.
Oh my God, you're right. Okay, so look, you want to say that one more time
That's
for everybody here. I've updated it for you right here. So there you go. 40% APR.
Yes. Yeah, go find that Umbra figure and put it on the old CT card. Interest 40%, kids. 40%. Because if you're using my card, I know you need it.
That is hella funny, man. Sinister, my man in the house. What is up, man? Happy May the 4th, brother. As always, man, Sinister's always hanging out with us in Discord. Yeah, dude, let me bring this in one more time. But so Bob, let me bring it back to you if I could. Please. What are your thoughts on this Maul, man? Are you're happy,
Good job,
sad,
Bob. Sorry.
annoyed?
His name is Good Job.
No, the sculpt is definitely improved. I'm a big fan of Yixie's work. I think I'm just gonna roll the dice and see if I can get the sculpts on their own. If I didn't have a Maul, this would be a no-brainer. Obviously, you have to get this if you're a fan of Maul. He's beautiful. The one funny thing I notice is with this whole Darkside week is, you know how they usually will tease something in the photos and you're like, are they reusing an old figure? Are they showing us a new figure? There was nothing teased with any of these. They were all very careful, like solo shots. Like they made sure to tell the bloggers, like, make sure you don't have a Qui-Gon in the corner of the image. We don't want to telegraph anything we're not planning on doing or whatever. Like I was kind of hoping to see the edge of a mullet or a little Padawan tail or something. I'd be like, there's the Obi-Wan. He's coming. I want a Padawan Kenobi. I would love to see that, either sculpted, rooted, whatever. But I feel like we need that lineage completed. I need a kid Anakin. I need a Padawan Obi-Wan. And then you'll have the whole prequel trilogy, complete.
Yes.
That would be very nice. But, it's Darkside week or whatever. So I'll give them time. I'm sure Howard is not done yet.
Well, and I think what was it, CT? Forgive me, I think it was you earlier when we were chatting in Discord that this is a dark side event. So maybe next year or something they'll do like a light side event, or we'll get other Jedi and things like that. Like, that's possible.
Well, and it's also a Phantom Menace event. They had a couple of different IPs when they talked about what they were doing with Star Wars this year. So it's going on. I think this is going to go on till June. There's more stuff coming, and I wouldn't write anything off the table. But right now, I think the focus is on the dark side.
Do you think we're getting Asajj Ventress?
I don't. I think we're going to get what they've shown us and what they said they're going to do, and that's we're going to get that Dooku, we're going to get Kylo Ren, we're going to get the Emperor, and the rest of that stuff is going to come.
God, I haven't even opened my Dooku, and that's a great figure. Do I have
It
to get
is.
another one?
It is. Well, that brings an interesting point too, because on Hot Toys' website themselves, and shout out to Iron King for letting me know about this, because this is kind of what Leo was alluding to earlier. This is their kind of blog post that they put on their official site. And what's interesting to note here is really this second paragraph. Can I maybe zoom in here to let you guys see this? But the way this is kind of presented here, it says prepare to be immersed in a galaxy far, far away as Hot Toys is unveiling an extraordinary collection of highly accurate 1/6 scale figure creations that pay homage to the Star Wars characters with menacing presence. Features the Darth Revan, well, it should be Revan, but it's Raven, Darth Revan, Lord Starkiller from Star Wars Legends that are recently announced, right? We all know that they're recently announced, so here we're good on that. And Emperor Palpatine, which we know is shit, and we saw the boxes, the Clone Wars one, right? But then you get the comma. Then it says Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, Count Dooku, Darth Maul, which we got now, and it says all recreated
with great attention
to
to
detail.
fucking detail.
So
that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
This is where
So
we're
yes,
confused though.
Yep.
Does that
it is
mean the
confusing.
actors, the characters are being recreated, or are they?
That's what I think it is, bro. That's what I think it is.
Theirs.
I honestly believe it.
I think they said recreated. I think they're talking about from the actors on film, recreated in 1/6 scale. Incredible. That's what I think. I don't think that's recreating these figures, but I don't know.
But that's
they're
what
already.
saying.
That's what I'm
already
saying. Like we said
recreated.
the same thing. Here's the thing. This is what we said this week. This is what we said last week. No, they're not going to give us this figure. No, they're not going to give us a Maul. They're not going to give us that Kylo Ren. They are pushing these figures heavy, like literally pushing it heavy. So if you have them there, okay, cool, fine. There's no, right now there's no more. You never know. It's endless possibility, especially after we got this Maul. Hell, especially after we got the Artisan Luke. You never know what the hell is going to happen next. And I honestly believe either we're going to, it may not be today, but remember, it may not be tomorrow, but this shit is still running up until June. So they got plenty of time to give us more. And I think it will be more. I honestly believe we might get it. And here's the thing. It's not even just about when they say recreation from just like how the head sculpt aspect of it. Remember now LED lightsabers that they can give these characters that they didn't have before. They're utilizing that because it's some may seem and look at it as a cash grab, but it's an opportunity for people who never actually had a chance to get these figures, especially if you never got Dooku before. That's a hot commodity for a lot of people. They want that figure.
That's a great figure too.
And listen, I'll say this while we're discussing this, because the reason I even consider that is because they're already mentioning, right, Revan, Starkiller, and the recently announced Palpatine. So they're already saying, hey, here's the new ones. Then they're dropping these names. Maul's one of these 4 names, and then all recreated. So Bob was saying, right, you think they're going to do everything in that picture? I mean, this kind of, I don't know. I'm not, trying to give false hope, but reading into this, what do you think, Bob? Is this, do you think it's likely?
Honestly, I'm surprised we didn't get an Emperor already, because you guys remember when that Return of the Jedi Vader came? I was like, oh, why are they going to give you a Force lightning head with Vader if they're not going to make another Emperor? Like, why? Like, what else are they going to do for Return of the Jedi anniversary? And then we ended up getting nothing else. So it's like, I'm very bad at speculating what Hot Toys is going to do. I know what would make sense. I know what we would want, but like that doesn't always translate to what happens. So yeah, I think an Emperor 2.0 is more than overdue. Not just the Darth Sidious from Clone Wars, but a proper Emperor Palpatine from the original trilogy. Darth Vader, I think we already have every Vader we can possibly have in the works. Kylo Ren, the only thing I think they could do on that is Artisan, a rooted version. I remember we were looking at one of the photos and some of us thought it was 𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗖𝗛. Some of us, including me, thought it looked rooted. Count Dooku 2.0 with a USB is really the only upgrade I can imagine them doing with that. Although I would have loved to see a Count Dooku with his unique speeder from attacking.
Yeah.
That would be that would be a nice way to do it.
You may get that. Ooh.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, definitely believe it. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like it's an opportunity for them to
Way.
give us that.
If
So
they're
they're
looking for
putting us up
money,
there for
there's
nothing.
plenty of money there to
Yeah.
go after, man.
Yep. Yep.
Well, that is true. I mean, CT, you kind of on board with that too, or you think it's just
Oh.
they were just showing them off, or
No, I think, you know, they gave us the Darth Maul, and yeah, you know, that falls in line with the Phantom Menace, but yeah, I think if they put out any of those, they're going to sell. Everything's doing well. The gold Chrome Trooper was the only thing that I was really questioning and waitlisted today. You know, so
Oh, it did waitlist
Cody-
finally. Oh, wow.
It did. Both Cody and that gold Chrome are waitlisted, so they did very well. You know, and
They did what they set out to do. Yeah.
why not? And all of this, you know, they were, you know, why would they do it? Why, you know, this, you got to remember this, all this stuff that we're seeing was during that writer's strike when, you know, there was, you know, this is the movie drought, and they could do this with Marvel and DC. You know, they could just lean into the comic book. They could lean into video game versions and all that stuff that you've been looking for. So, you know, we've got a lot to go. This is like only number 25 or 26. We get usually 100 plus figures per year. So yeah, you got like 75 more to go.
yeah, and you know the reason I bring it up is just on two fronts, because on one, forgive me guys, I can't find the damn photo, but the if I share this one here just to give you an idea, the reason I kind of bring it up is because there was this here right at the event. This was like kind of the photo that they were showing off, right, that we saw. But on the other hand, there are people we know, Iron King and Monica as well, were attended the event and saw the figures and said, oh, this is the old Dooku, right? That's the old Kylo, you know, on display. However, as you pointed out, this event goes on until June. Maybe they're just kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of pulling the wool over our eyes right now with that until they're ready to announce more. So I don't know, you know, because all these in the photo are either out or coming out or potentials. So that's tough, man. Like I said, you know, with that wording there, I don't know.
They did that with like Zack Snyder's Justice League when they announced the 2-pack. They had like a giant wall memorial with like all the things. Everyone was like, "Oh shit, they're gonna reissue them all." They only reissued Tactical. That's it.
But wasn't okay. So the 501st Stormtrooper with the backlight. I mean, with the Death Star, that was a reissue.
Yes.
So that was
Return
definitely
of the Jedi was MMS 515.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was definitely a reissue. So I mean, here's the thing: like, if they decided to do that as a reissue, I'm just talking about Dooku. I bet you people would still buy that shit because they want it. People who missed out on it the first time would still get it, bro. They would.
Yeah.
The only thing that you can do to improve on that figure, number one, is better. Like, you know, the sculpt was amazing anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you can do to it, but maybe just add purrs. You know what I mean? So
Multiple lightsabers. maybe?
multiple lightsabers.
Light them up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and you know what's funny too is we heard that photo that was briefly shown that may have been up on Sideshow for just a moment. There was a General Grievous coming soon.
Yeah.
Now who knows, right? I mean, I'm not going to say that's a guaranteed thing or not, but it seems to be that may have been the case and they accidentally showed it off or something along those lines. But we talked about this even a couple years ago, like 3 years ago, when Sideshow put out their reissue of their Grievous, which we all know is kind of, you know, and we thought maybe then it's only a matter of time. So I don't know, you know, that's a tough one, man, to see if we'd end up getting one or not. And it could be, you know, it could be a totally fake bullshit thing, or, you know, but who knows, right? That's the point. Like, they can kind of give us whatever the hell they want to do, and we're just going to be shocked by it. So pretty tough, man. Pretty tough. Rockamom had severed neck attachment to the chop look, head on the floor. That's funny. But the Darkside stuff, no, I think so, man. I could see us getting another Dooku, getting another Kylo. Why not? Why not? This seems like a pretty big event, so maybe they're holding some cards to their chest right now.
We'll see.
You know, I don't know if this is everything. I don't know. What do you think, Rob? You think there's more to come for this event, or is this it?
I don't know. I mean, I think there probably is more to come. You know, like people have pointed out, there's a
That's just
May.
bright
May's just began. And I'll tell you something. I mean, I joked about May the 4th being a BS holiday because May 25th is the real holiday. What might they release on May 25th? You know, I mean, if you're looking at May, we've talked a lot about how Hot Toys has you've got one Marvel movie coming out this year and no Star Wars movies. The Ahsoka line is deep. You've got the Acolyte coming, next month? In 2 months, July next month.
Next month.
And they don't have. I would think now is the time that Hot Toys can really make some bold moves and do some crazy things, like give us Storm Lodge figures. But I mean, in terms of the Star Wars stuff, you might see some really interesting things. You know, like I would love them to go back. You know what I love? A New Hope Artisan Luke.
Yes.
Nope.
Well, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
we talked about that just earlier. It's like I was like, look, no matter how whatever you want to take away from this experience, whether or not you understand, care, read, Dark Empire, we just got it rooted Luke Skywalker head
from a comic book, from from 32 years ago.
Yeah, so there's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just gave us a rooted Luke, so that's not gonna be the only rooted Luke. You know what I mean? Like, so why not?
Right.
When we get,
I mean, I would love to see though, like an Asajj Ventress would fit right in with this group.
yes,
You know, that's what I find interesting. I would love to see. Hell, I'd love to see a Leia Dark Empire figure.
Yeah,
it
I
could
was
happen.
talking about that today. Yeah, that definitely to see that. And since we're in Legends, Dr. Aphra as well.
Oh
I would
yeah,
definitely love to see a Dr. Aphra figure.
especially with the
Black 𝗠𝗘𝗥𝗖𝗡. I definitely want to see that as well.
Yes.
You know, there's Mara Jade. Now, the only thing about Mara Jade, though, because, you know, I know that a lot of people were like, well, if they're going off of likeness, what would they do? And I'm like, well, you know, unless there's plans on bringing that character or that figure into like live action, which we don't know at this point. I mean, it can be done a certain way. It can definitely be done.
It could, but and that was CT's argument that him and I were having last week about that is exactly that, right? Are they going to save these characters for a live action? Then if so,
and
would they
then
just
dump
wait?
them out. Yeah.
I think we'll get
come.
I
Go
think
ahead,
we'll
Jay.
get a. I think we'll get a Mara Jade in live action form at some point, and I think that's why they're holding off. I think that will happen because wasn't it talk of it being like, or Luke Skywalker having a bigger role in one of the Mandalorian shows or something like that? Well, I don't know. I think somebody told me today that they were going to.
Well, it talks about him actually having a bigger role in the film. In the Din Djarin Mandalorian and Grogu film. I mean, I don't hear it's all until I see it, you know what I mean? It's like all speculation until Mark Hamill himself says, oh, well, I'm back to work. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like a wait and see type
exactly.
of situation. So I don't know. But I think, you know, you're right. And that's probably, honestly, why we probably won't even see an Asajj Ventress. Because again, they want her possibly in live action in some way, shape, or form before they give it to us.
Yeah.
Well, I also would agree in the sense that a Dark Empire Leia is very probable at this point, and because we can go with the actors who had their other comic or novel, you know, counterparts. They're iterations of that, right? Well, it's Luke Skywalker. Let's make him look like Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that, you know. Yes, they're not gonna probably make Jaina Solo because we don't know what she looks like.
No,
Or it's just been drawn or art interpretations, right? But you know, Dark Empire Leia, let's do that. Later on, Han, we can do that. You know, we can do those characters in that sense. Or what are you shaking your head over there, CT? What's good?
No, come on, man. No.
What do you know?
You're getting Dark Empire friggin' crazy in the head. You're lucky you got the damn Luke. Take your Luke and be happy, man. Dark Empire, no way. Carrie Fisher passed away. very different. Mark Hamill's around.
What did that? So what does that mean? We're never gonna get another fucking Leia?
I don't see that Dark Empire Leia.
You never know.
What about a Jar
Hey,
Jar?
man, I hope you do.
Will Hot Toys do Jar Jar?
I think you'll get a Bosch layer before you get that.
I think
Oh,
you have a
which
better
one?
chance of getting a Jar Jar before that.
You'll get a Bosch layer before you get a Dark Empire layer, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, one
Why
would
not?
argue that we would have got another 2.0 Luke before a fucking Dark Empire Luke.
Very true.
Well,
But
Yeah, I
here
know.
we are.
Who
So
knows?
I don't know.
mean, who
Right, I don't
knows?
know.
I think one thing we got to look at. We look at one thing you got to expect with Hot Toys is just to expect the unexpected. And Howard appears to be a very big Star Wars fan, a very big one. This is how we got this Dark Empire Luke. So for them to
Correct.
give us even more, it's probable it could happen. But
The defining factor here, the language is Legends. When you slap Legends on a box, Legends opens up so many possibilities, because when you're talking Legends, you're not just talking about Dark Empire. Hell, you could even be talking about, heir to the Empire. You can be talking
To
about
the
that.
Empire Thrawn, even.
Yeah, the Thrawn event, you can basically talk about that. You know what I mean? It opens up. Yeah, they can even dip back into the game IPs. We might get the Inquisitor we've been wanting for the longest time. Like, again, when you're putting Legends on that box, or you're putting Legends, on these figures, it opens up the door, because here's the thing: if they see that this Legends line is successful, it's endless at that point. And this Luke was very successful, because it's been one of the most talked about figures for the last 2 days now. So I think it's out there in the zeitgeist. It can possibly happen. It's just like a wait and see type of situation. So you know what I mean? I don't know. I just know that right now, Howard, he's proving himself to be extremely unpredictable, because nobody saw half the shit that we were getting these past 2 weeks. We didn't see half that shit coming, and they just dumped it off on us and said, "Here, take it. Here, take it, and shut up." That's exactly what they said. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see. But I think that it's endless possibilities when it comes to these figures, and what we'll see. Again, whatever version of Leia, I'm still sitting on that hill and say I want that Celebration Leia from New Hope. I want that one at the very end. I want to have that Leia. I want that Luke with the yellow jacket. That would be dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Sideshow made that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted
You just want the Hot Toys.
Hot Toys improvement.
Up. No, totally. Look.
Well, that's another thing that's great about what Hot Toys is doing. They're picking properties. They have the property, but they're picking figures that are not the standard go-to that Sideshow would go to. Like, who would have thought that they would do this? No other company thought of doing. Of course, except like Hasbro and stuff like that. But
Sideshow made Thrawn.
They did.
They did with the throne and the Yusumari fucking
It's true.
a force dampening creature in the wilderness. For those of you guys who read the Empire. But no, I'm with you, because I'm more excited. And is it weird? Is it weird for me to say that I would be more excited for just an absolute deep fucking Legends line than any other existing Star Wars IP? I would be down. HK-47. Yeah, let's keep Knights of the Old Republic coming in, like stuff like that, man.
Bastila Shan, give me. I would take a Bastila. I would definitely take an Annihilus. I would definitely take a Malik.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Treya, I would take them all. Like, if they need to dip in that line. They gave us Revan, but I definitely would want more, man. And in considering the fact, like Rob said, like with Star Wars, the IP is kind of slowed down. We're getting minimal. We're not getting live action for like another year or so. So it's a chance for them to kind of, or 2 years or so now. It's a chance for them to kind of dip back and get other things. You know what I mean?
If the next movie they make is Mandalorian and Grogu, we've already got all that stuff. You know, how much more Mandalorian stuff can they give us?
Just a slight
in one
armor
Starfighter.
change or something.
Yeah, I know. They could give us that.
Where's Rob? Hey, real quick though, I got to dip out, man, because like I said, I got like family time up there. We about to watch Dune another. We about to watch Dune again.
Yeah.
It's made, you know what I mean? Made it for we watching Dune again. Kind of falls in line because because they take inspiration from Junior Till, right? Definitely about to do that, man. So thanks for having me on here, bro. As always, man, such an amazing panel. I'm glad that I finally got a chance to check this off my bucket list. I streamed with Bob Dylan, and I can tell everybody on Figure Flex Friday I did that shit. I can talk about that shit on Collectors Lounge. I'll be like, I streamed with Bob. You motherfuckers didn't. So I get a chance to say I did that. I streamed with the GOAT. So yeah, man. Thanks for having me here, bro, and coming in. And I got to go spend some more money with this platinum Robert Meyer Burnett card.
All right.
See, yeah. So you thought I was gonna say you? See,
he thought.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But hey, listen, do you blame CT? I mean, you're always bringing
Yeah,
him up.
no. I just gotta keep him on his toes. I'm gonna get him tomorrow because he's not. When he's not streaming with me, it's fair
Getting out of
game.
control.
It's fair game. Tomorrow is all day, every day. It is all day,
yeah.
every day. Tomorrow is gonna be on straight up, man. I can't wait.
Hell yeah. So you got your show tomorrow morning.
Yeah, Collectors
forget which
Lounge
time.
at 12 o'clock Eastern time. So I'll definitely be doing that. And yeah, man, I'll be warming people up for Rob's birthday this month. Yes, Robert Myers Burnett's birthday is in May. So I'm gonna be warming everybody up. So we're gonna have a huge event.
No,
My
we
real
can't-
birthday.
We can't. None of
Yeah,
us
we-
can say happy birthday to Rob on his actual birthday. That's his birthday.
That's
wish,
my
isn't
nightmare.
it?
That's
Every
my
Saturday is his birthday.
a week from
I'm
this
sorry.
Wednesday.
I'm
I already
sorry.
saw it. I saw it in the chat already. I didn't bring
sorry.
it up. Somebody already said happy birthday tonight to you.
I'm gonna get. You know what? I'm gonna create a video of everybody that we know in the streaming community to say happy birthday to Rob, bro. We're gonna do that. Hell yeah, we're gonna pass it around like a meme. It's gonna be on TikTok. Happy birthday to Robert Meyer Burnett. We doing.
Well, you know, by
Wow.
that time, everybody can say happy birthday to me by pledging to my Kickstarter.
That's
my
good.
audio for my audio drama.
Yeah, that's gonna be
that
fun.
would
Well,
make me happy.
well, there you go. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we're working in your favor. Bro.
And when
We do
people
that.
start hearing who's actually in the audio drama, they're gonna be like, "Wait, what?"
yes.
And I'm gonna be like, "Yes."
Yeah,
That'll be
see?
freaking sweet, dude.
That's what I'm saying. But
The
man,
scripts,
yeah.
the scripts. I've been getting the scripts in. They're incredible.
Yeah, man.
Incredible.
Yeah, bro. I can't. I got you,
Couple
bro.
more.
I got your back. We're gonna make that happen, man. But yeah, I'm gonna dip out. Another shout out to Bob Dylan for introducing pretty much everybody in the world to Tina Cruz, because I'm telling you, God sent her to make life easier for me and you. And I'm saying this right now. I bet you any amount of money, if you put this Artisan Luke in her hands, she can make it better.
Of course. Yes.
I believe that. I tell
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
I tell you, she could do that. But this,
Believer.
yeah, even though I got this, I got the Artisan and I got the sculpted version because, you know, I want to, if you know, you know, I want to do it. Like we talked about the other day, Mafia. I want to do it and it's going to be done.
It's gonna
So,
be dope too.
It's going to be done.
Yeah,
So
it is.
yeah. So yeah, man, appreciate that. Thank you for having me here with the rest of this amazing panel.
Hell yeah, bro.
And with the new beard god over here, right under CT.
Actor
That's
in
that's
there.
the beard god. That is the beard god in the building. What is going on with you, brother?
Dude, it's fake. I just shaved my chest and then just glue it on and look at it. That's what I do.
Yeah,
Oh,
get the
that's
hell
fucking
up
funny,
on
dude.
out of here. But yeah, thank you for having me here, man.
Yeah,
And
of course, brother.
my brother from another Mo, Jay in the building.
Hell yeah,
Thank
brother.
you, bro. As always, man. Thank you for just, you know, always being who you are, man, and an incredible individual. And my brother CT, God damn it, I'm almost there. I'm just almost there. Yo, you should make a t-shirt that said God, this, that. That's just that.
There's a couple T-shirts in me. Yeah, we've got to.
We
They'll be
come.
coming. Yeah.
We
Hell
coming.
yeah.
Anyway,
That
man,
shit's
thank
funny.
you, man. I love y'all, man. I love the community. Let's go, man. We got some dope shit. We might get some more stuff tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is Revenge of the 5th. So some shit's going down. So
Also true,
definitely,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Here
man.
comes Palpatine.
Here comes
Hell
Palpatine.
yeah.
You already know. Let's go, man. So anyway, man, I'll talk to y'all. Well, let me do this. I'm doing this for Rob since it's metal. Let me do this.
Will it
for
pop
Rob
up?
since it's metal. Will it pop up? Yeah.
Oh,
that's what I'm talking
shit.
about. Yeah, I'm doing this for Rob. You know. All right, man.
All right,
Talk to y'all later.
you have a
Peace out,
good rest
bro.
of your night,
Peace
brother.
out.
All right, well, man. Oh, that's great, man. That was great, dude. Yeah, man. That's funny, man. Commander Green, what's up, my man? He's also here. He's like, holy shit, I didn't even see Bob Dylan. There he is in the flesh. in the flesh, my man.
I feel like he keeps adding like an extra figure every time. Like,
Are you adding more? Adding more there? All right. I couldn't tell. That would have been funny. That would have been funny, dude. Slow and low, my man. Thank you so much. Hopefully, Bob becomes a regular guest on the show. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, come on. He's got nothing better to do on a Saturday night.
Yeah, but you know what? What's cool though is you bring him out like.
Wait, now finally your
rarities,
camera
right?
resolved. Suddenly
Yeah,
you've got
there it
like
is.
your camera looks HD now. It didn't look so good when you first came on. Now you can really see the figures.
Well, maybe his internet maybe your internet kind of.
Yeah, my internet is not that great.
Oh, well,
It's
now
looking clean, bro.
A little bit more crisp.
Wow.
Very crisp. What you got there? That's the Tina rooted bow,
That's
right?
the Tina.
Crisp.
Wow.
Got that. Such just adds so much to the figure. It really does.
I mean, look at brother cousin's Instagram reel if you want to see really good close-ups
Yes.
of that.
That was freaking awesome.
Great
Can we
figure.
get a better look? Rockamon Chris, my man. Can we get a better look at your undercover boss figure? Is it a pain? Is it too
Yeah,
much?
that's awesome.
I
From,
love
Saturday
that.
Night Live.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
that was
such
just
a great figure.
A passion project that I almost gave up on, but able to get
It
it
looks
done.
it looks fantastic, bro. It looks
Yeah.
straight up,
It
dude.
does.
Straight up,
Yeah,
dude.
Matt the
Radar
tech.
technicians,
Yeah,
right?
it's awesome.
Wow. Yep, that is pretty badass, dude. They all look great. They all look great. Yeah, but guys, Bob is here for us tonight, showing off all of his cool stuff.
Carson Teva there too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Had to get Appa.
And a Darkside Ray.
Well, I don't think Howard's ever going to give us one, so I have to go.
Yeah.
This would have been the opportunity. This whole Dark Side event, that would have been the perfect opportunity to give it to us.
Yeah, just
Man.
You guys,
kinda
do you guys
painted
think she
Sith
would
eyes
sell?
on.
Oh, you got
I
Sith eyes
think
on her?
she would. I know like the sequels in general are kind of meh, but there's something about Darkside female characters, Darkside, female Siths that there is an appeal for. Someone was mentioning Darth Talon along with me. I think
yeah.
that figure, especially if you gave an alternate sculpt with like her shark teeth, I think
Yeah.
it would sell.
They do it as a limited run. It's out.
Yeah,
it's out
make it
the door.
limited. That's fine.
Yeah.
Only people that want it get in the queue, and when it sells out, it sells out. That's fine. You don't need to make
Yeah.
10,000 of them.
Well, I think you're right though too, because you know me. We've had our fair share of arguments over the sequels over the years, but there's an appeal, right? There's an appeal to that dark
The concept of it. Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole dark side, the fact that she's a Palpatine, it's like, yeah, just take that thought to its logical conclusion and make a full-blown Sith version of her. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I would pick her up. What do you guys think? Would you guys pick her up on the pan? Well, I know Hector maybe not so much because of the too deep in Star Wars, but maybe, I don't know, right? But I think I would pick her up if they actually made her. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
to tell you the truth, when somebody put Padme's sculpt on Reva's body, I almost went out and bought a Reva. Just for that, I was like, man, that looks really good. And you have
It
the
really
pose
look
with
good.
Vader and everything.
Yep,
Sort of
it
a
look
what
great.
if, sort of thing. There's just something about the dark side that appeals to all of us, right? The whole
Boners.
duality of Star Wars is why we love it. We want to be the good guys, but we also think the bad guys are kind of badass as well. So, I mean, there's something there for everybody.
Dude, that's why I have all these Inquisitors and shit. I was like, well,
They
that
look
appeal,
great
man.
together.
They look, great together. They're all lit up, and
Yeah.
I mean, come on, this is too damn cool, man. Doc says, "Don't tempt me." You thinking about doing that? Getting a Reva and making a Padme? What if?
That
Yeah.
is what the dark
Honestly,
side does.
after watching Tales of the Empire and just seeing those prototypes again, it's like, yeah, I do want the rest of those Inquisitors now. I think it would be nice to have that whole line.
Well, if they drop them, I mean,
If
Jay
they
and
drop
I, we've talked about it, and I'm still
Yeah.
sticking to my guns. That's got to be a summer showcase, something instant release, because
Yeah.
for the 4th and 5th Inquisitors, because I mean, you can't.
make them instant purchases. I mean, they'll fly. They'll fly because at that point, hopefully, we'll have Obi-Wan at that time. He'll be released. So finishing up that line with those two, definitely, it'll be senseless to make us wait another, a year and a half for those when we're so close to finishing up that initial line. So yeah, summer showcase, instant releases, put them up, let them fly. Yeah, has to be. It just makes sense. But
to tell you the truth, I think that's half of the appeal of these whole gold, chrome, clone, whatever, is that that they're gonna come out right away. So there's not this big, okay, I'm gonna drop an NRD and then wait a year or 2 years. It's like, no, it's coming within a week. That instant gratification in a hobby like ours, where we're so used to waiting, is nice. Every now and then you're like, is this the most amazing figure I've ever wanted? No, but I'm going to get it right away. I'm going to get my little dopamine rush. I'm going to get to open it. And it's going to be cool. And, like Beskar Kid, he had them like within a week, all of these things, the 000 and all the droids. And I'm like, that is kind of nice. I want them to kind of keep doing that mix of some of these things are going to take a year or so, and some of these things are going to come out right away. That's nice.
It keeps it exciting. I totally agree.
Well, it keeps us fucking doped up, is what it does.
For real.
Let's be real here, because if you're always waiting, they're like, "Fuck it, here's some
heroin right
here's
now.
Some free ones. They're ready now." I mean, you don't have to wait. Free in the sense of time. You're like, "Oh, I get this now. Oh, cool. I'll buy a gold clone trooper." Because some people just want, what I mean? So I don't know, but I did want to bring this up before we did end the show, because we didn't really talk about this. I mean, I don't know, between this and the Chrome Cody, it didn't seem like a lot of people were too excited about these. I mean, I know some of you, I think, bought it, but I've noticed, like, what happened to Cody, right? Like, the timer couldn't even go, like it couldn't sell out during the queue. So do people, are you guys looking at this like they're just kind of novelty, so there's maybe not that much interest? Or because I think CT, you correct me if I'm wrong, but this is one that you were going to pass on.
I did. I passed on it. I'm like, they were at 50%. I got in to the queue late, and it said there was like 50% inventory. I'm like, oh man, they're not going to sell out. It's going to be like Cody. I will pick this up later. And Cody sold out, and now this sold out. So it is a novelty, definitely, but nonetheless, they are collectible. They've been doing this with the Stormtrooper. Don't be surprised if you see a bronze version of this next year. And then, the porcelain clones, they're all coming. So, and I can laugh at them, but they look incredible, man. And when you put them in a DTOLF, they do look amazing. So there you go. Gone.
Well, that's a great
They'll be
point.
around.
Yeah, they will.
They will. I mean, but then what about you, Bob? Is this you like clones? So are you just
I like clones? I got the Chrome clones, the first ones, when you had to get that special code to pre-order them, whatever. And
Celebration
there was
22?
Yeah, and there was a lot of paint QC issues. I wasn't happy with the dip in quality. A lot of people had bubbling, scuffs, scratches, stuff like that. They did feel rushed. You got them right away. You could kind of tell right away that these weren't things that got treated with the same level of care that typical things did. So that was kind of a letdown. That's why I kind of wanted to see what happens with the Chrome Cody. Does he come with any QC issues, or does he come pristine out of the box? If he does, great. Then they fixed whatever issue they had with QC. Doc's idea, I think, is what really appeals to me. Is you have Padme with her private guard, you got Chrome Cody as their commander, and then you have the Chrome clones as the infantry. The gold version, I really don't see what the appeal is for the gold variant, other than to just say, okay, you got gold, bronze, porcelain. You're just a true clone or trooper collector. The
right,
gold
just those
one,
variants, like you're like, I
those
want to have
variants,
this, like a case or something, or
I'm okay without the Midas version of this guy.
The Midas is pretty badass though.
Well,
But
the
I
Midas,
guess-
because it was actually a house party protocol suit that got screen time, granted, for a short amount of time, but it was canon. It was on screen, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. So, Jay, I didn't talk to you about that either. What's your thought on that? Is this a hit or miss for you?
Oh, this is a complete miss. I mean, I didn't need it in my collection. I don't. I think it looks cool. I do think they look cool when you have them all together and everything like that. But it's not for my collection. It's just not. I could have got it yesterday. I actually, went in to see if I was able to get in, and I was able to get in very easily, and I was just like, and it was that tempting. It was just like what Bob was saying. It's like that little dopamine fix of that. I could get this, and then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna waste the money on it. And then also, ultimately, if somebody else wanted it, I don't want to take their chances either on getting it. So no,
I could see that. I could see that as well. The appeal, I think, is really there if you're just maybe this is not the right term, but like a completionist. If you're just like, I just want this has to be here in the collection because it exists, simply because it exists, right? I must have this too, otherwise I'll feel like I'm incomplete. I know there's people out there that collect that way, so maybe that's obviously more of a rarer type of collector, over the grand scheme of everybody. So maybe that's why these aren't as appealing to the majority. But I still think they're cool. I would never feel like, oh, why did they put this out, for example? Right? Why not? Because someone's gonna want it. It's cool. You don't have to get it if you don't want it.
If this is all that we got, then it would have been a problem. Like,
that would have.
But they gave us enough to be like, okay, I'm fine with this. Yeah. They ticked all. Yeah. I feel this year they ticked all the boxes. They gave the OT guys something. We got a rooted Luke. Jesus, you know what I'm saying? We got some new stuff that we weren't expecting to get. They gave us some prizes. They gave us some clones, because there's a lot of big people that just collect clone troopers. So you gave us that too. So they did it, I think, all in all so far. And if there's more to come, my God. But what they gave us this year, I'm satisfied. I think they gave us a lot of good stuff, a lot of good surprises.
Yeah, and Derek, that's funny, man. Happy birthday, Rob. I would say that too as a final thought, guys, before we wrap. That's the last kind of thing I wanted to ask you guys, but you kind of already alluded to it. That if this is it, this is at the end of May 4th. Anything after this, we can consider just bonus star stuff. So do you guys feel like you were satisfied with this year, 2024, for the May 4th week, 2 week?
Oh hell, dude! I mean, this is, come on. That Dark Empire Luke alone would have floated my boat, but Revan and Starkiller, and if we get Dooku and Palpatine and all this stuff, what's not to love?
Yeah, no, I'm stoked, because last year was a little, we had 2022 that gave us 9. Well, granted they put the other 4 around December, but they gave us big 5 Attack of the Clones on May the 4th. So, and then the following 4 later on, like November, December, all Attack of the Clones. So I was like, wow, that was great. We got 9 Attack of the Clones that year. And then, 2023, a couple weeks prior, we got Jedi, Vader and 3PO. And then on the 4th, we got Fox and Palpatine. And then that was a wrap. So it was like, I think the expectations for me in 22 were kind of high because they said it that way. For me, I thought,
exactly.
So 23, it's not that 23 was bad, but I was expecting a bit more for, especially Return of the Jedi 40th, because we've got 9 for Attack of the Clones the previous year.
What did we get? Just Palpatine, and we got Darth Sidious and Fox. That was it, right?
Yeah. So, which is cool to have, but I was thinking celebratory, would have been cool to see more. But now this year, I'm like, dude, I think everybody's probably safe to say happy from all different fronts within the Star Wars IP. I mean, we're getting a bit of everything and stuff that we never thought we would get, right? Revan,
countdown to the 50th. What are they going to give us?
Yeah, I don't know.
Star Wars turns 50 in 2027, assuming we're still here.
Yeah, we got Han without Chewie. That's true. So we'll see. But yeah, guys, I think we'll probably wrap. So I want to kind of go around and well, you know how I do here. I'm gonna bring up Jay, man. Oh yeah, there you are.
What's up?
What is up? Happy May the 4th, my man.
Happy May the 4th to you and this wonderful panel and everybody that's out there in the community. It's been great. Thank you for having me here tonight. Thanks to Bob Dylan for this awesome shirt. Definitely. I love it.
I know. How cool is that?
This is a nice little surprise. It really was. Thank you once again, brother. I appreciate that. And just being on the panel with you and looking at your wonderful collection. Definitely. Happy to be here, and thank you so much for having me. Awesome.
Always. You got anything coming up? I mean, Any reviews? Anything in the way on the mail? Nothing. Just kind of chilling.
I think I'm kind of chilling right now. It's nothing. I don't have anything coming. I mean, I got the Batman coming. I got a couple payments. The Hot Toys, the Batman. I don't even not sure I'm gonna do a review on it. I know the NR one is a Cast Me Out right now, but I mean, hey, I'm just happy to have one because I wasn't planning on getting any of the Batman stuff. So I'm happy to get that in. But that's it right now for me. Nothing. I would say me and Mom are doing the Beatles. We are going to do the Beatles retrospective part 2, but that's it. Whenever she feels like doing it. We were supposed to do it last week, and she was like, "I'm hungry. I don't feel like doing it."
Well, you just don't even announce it, and then you'll drop it one day.
Exactly.
It's kind of like one day in the mail, you'll get a bank robber Joker.
Thanks,
get it.
This is why I love you, Anthony. Thank you.
I got a thing with Rob now. So if we bring up a Dora Milaje every stream, we got to bring up the bank robber Joker.
We have to.
We have to. So, but anyway, but speaking of Rob, man, dude, thank you always for coming as well, man.
Thanks for having me. You know, we are going to be launching the Kickstarter for we're doing this. Max Allan Collins, the author who wrote the movie, who wrote the book, the graphic novel that Road to Perdition was based on, the Tom Hanks movie. He's been a novelist for 50 years. I've teamed up with him to bring his novels, the Nathan Heller novels, the detective novels he wrote that span from the early 1930s to the 1960s. I've always loved audio dramas, and we're doing a full-on 8-hour, 10-episode audio drama with, when I say star-studded cast, I mean star-studded cast. And we began production on May 1st. So we are in production on this, and what it is, it's a fully immersive audio drama, meaning it's like a movie without the pictures. So it's fully surround sound. If you got a home theater system during the Kickstarter campaign, you can get physical media that has interviews, and it stars Todd Stashwick, who played Liam Shaw, who's getting his own Exo-6 figure.
Sir.
Todd Stashwick plays Nathan Heller. And the only other person I can really announce now is Yuri Lowenthal, who played Spider-Man in the PlayStation Spider-Man 5 games. PlayStation 5, he played Spider-Man, but he was also in everything.
He's the voice actor, Peter Parker.
Yeah, Peter Parker. And he also was Davion, the lead in Dota Dragon's Blood, the animated series I worked on for Netflix. I edited 3 seasons of that show. But wait till you hear who's going to come on. I mean, nothing is. We don't have anything signed, sealed yet. But the people that are going to be on board, you're going to be like, wow. Some of them are going to be of particular interest. I think one in particular to this particular group of people.
Oh, fantastic! I cannot wait to listen to it.
I can't tell you who that might be yet, but we'll see. But it's a lot of fun for me because I've always wanted to do it. You know, and I don't know. We're not asking for that much money on our Kickstarter, but you know, we obviously want to make more than we're asking for because it allows us to. The biggest expense is paying the audio engineering and then paying the actors. Right, and it is a SAG production. It's a WGA production. And Max Allan Collins, who's adapting his own books, his scripts are amazing. So look out for that. Probably launch in the next sometime in the next week. And then that's what I'm doing now. And then our movie White Devils, I should have the sound mix for it on Monday. So we're done with that. The White Devils feature, which is quite an interesting bit of terror, horror.
Yeah, you get fucked up in that, don't you?
I do. Well, my body stands in for an actor who gets fucked up, but it's a movie that's set in South Africa, and it deals with the ramifications of what apartheid did to people, the legacy of apartheid. Wow,
interesting.
Real apartheid.
Damn. And, so you've been quite busy then. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So I've been busy, and then of course all the streams I do. So yeah, so that's been good. It's been good because I couldn't talk such mad shit about the movie industry if I wasn't actually working in it. So even though I'm working in it in a small way, I still feel I have to be. I couldn't talk about the industry the way I talk about it without working in it and creating.
I understand that
because if you're going to criticize, I've always believed if I'm going to criticize people the way I criticize people, I also have to be turning out work that can be criticized.
Exactly.
So if I wasn't doing that, I couldn't say the stuff I say. So put my money where my mouth is and all of that.
Oh yeah.
And
Are you doing a show tonight or?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a show at 10 o'clock about eroticism coming back to the theaters.
Let's go. We need that.
And I want to say thank you to Bob Dylan face to face now. I want to thank you first of all for Armored Batman. I've never been able to say that to you directly. And this shirt was great. That was a nice surprise to open that up and put it on, and it felt good too. I was like, ooh.
It is.
And you know, Bob, your displays and what you've done is I think that's, for me, that's the future of my own collection is maximizing the impact of it all. You know, and that's what I'm trying to do is build some interesting displays. And
he is an inspiration to us all, man.
You're welcome, sir.
He is.
Good stuff. So thank you very much for that. It's great to see you in person. I look forward to doing it again.
I moved you, Bob. Here, I'll bring you in, Bob. Anyway, and shout out to Lumi. What's good? Sorry I'm late. Then I missed the shirt memo. Catch the replay. Yeah, it's for
more
tonight,
cult members.
Yeah. We'll give you a free carpet cleaning. We'll come by and like the Kirby guys. Those guys are cults, man. I'm telling you, man. Anyway, Bob, it's dude. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight, man.
Thank you for inviting me. Yeah. I meant to tell people, if you're even half interested about listening to the Discord and just seeing what we're about, come on a day where there's an exclusive drop. The whole queue system. That is the most entertaining hour you will get for free anywhere on the internet. The emotions, the spectrum of emotions from pure bliss to absolute rage, they're all CT. They're just going from one emotion to another. In that 30-second window. I'm in it. Oh my god, I gotta go. Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys.
It is pretty damn funny.
It is so entertaining the last couple of days watching those drops. That's all.
You were all my enemies. Yeah, Doc, you know what's up. It is pretty damn funny in there. And yeah, guys, honestly, like I put a link in the chat in the description. Bob's right. Bob's always in there. This is, if you're on a computer, here's our server. You guys can come on in. There's like 300 people in the community all in here. This is the general chat. You can come hang out, or you can come in the voice chats and hang out and talk with people. It's hella fun, man, and it's fucking funny. Like you're saying, Bob. I mean, there's some good comedy in there, dude, and a lot of information though too. I mean, everybody's quick on the gun and talking about hate this or that or whatever or help, or it's a lot in there, man. It's really cool. So I do appreciate you coming, Bob, dude, and thank you for the shirts, man. It was awesome. It was a cool gesture.
Glad everybody got
cool
it.
Memento for 2024, man. It's awesome.
No,
I love it. So you can catch Bob in the Discord. He's usually in there all the time. But I get your Instagram too. You're posting a lot of stuff on there. So
yeah. But honestly, Discord's where it's at in real time.
Yeah, because you do these crazy unboxings of all sorts of shit.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah, we did. Well, you got some really cool stuff that I don't even know exists. So I'm like, whoa, that was nice. Cool customs, cool stuff like that. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, guys. But CT, speaking of, I'm gonna bring him in because your rants are good as well, as Bob pointed out. But amongst other things, always fun to have you here, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Happy May 4th to everybody. Night's not over. I'm not giving up. I'm going right to Discord. We'll be hanging out all night. As always, happy birthday to Rob. Thanks for the t-shirt, Bob. Hector, always love streaming with Hector. So, brother Cousins, every day putting out the streams for the stuff, keeping up with all these drops that are happening. So definitely get over there, check out Brother Cousins in the morning if you're on the East Coast. That's always the place to go to see what drops. But yeah, man, Discord has been popping. We got a lot of new people in the chat and in Scum and Villainy. So a lot of good stuff happening. Very entertaining. And just invite everybody to come on over and hang out. It is a great community. It is a community, an international community. People just from all over the world checking in, talking about a lot of things other than collecting. You know, it really, the conversation goes all over the place. So, yeah.
Oh, just wait till we get into politics. That's always fun.
That's Bob. Bob loves stirring the pot. If it gets boring, Bob knows how
Yeah, he'll be
I'll
like,
go
"What do you think
ahead
about Medicaid reallotment or something?" And then
Yeah.
it just gets into this fucking. It's fun though. But speaking of to Rob, Toymeister, thank you for the super chat saying happy birthday, Rob. It's fun. It never ends. It never ends. I appreciate it though very much, and I know he does as well.
Yes!
What?
Sinister.
You good? What happened? You freaked out.
Good night, Canada. Good night, Canada.
Oh.
Woo!
This is my announcement. I probably won't be on Discord for the next week, because now it'll be the Florida Panthers versus the Boston Bruins. So I will be the one to keep the peace. I'll see you guys in like 2 weeks. So
How'd that feel? How'd that feel? Can you feel me? Woo!
Oh yeah, yeah. These guys are always at it, man.
It's such a
Oh,
small
man.
sample of what goes on in
It's been a
Discord.
tough night. I've been
Fucking
watching that.
funny.
I've been watching the Bruins playoff game as we were going. Sorry, but it's been a roller coaster. They pulled it off in OT.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are
right
always
on.
at it with
Go
the
Bees.
hockey, man. It's fucking funny, dude, in the server. So, oh my gosh, that's good, man. Don't worry, Hector. I'll watch and talk all the trash for you. Says Doc. It's pretty funny, my man. So, but Hector, dude, yeah, always, dude. Thanks for coming on a Saturday too, man. Hanging out with us, man.
no problem, man. I've fucking Howard Chan's like, oh, you only collect DC? Well, suck these balls. And that's what happened. Dude, I just my Star Wars collection went up like ×5, bro. It's fucking crazy. So it's fucking nuts.
It's
Sorry.
fucking nuts. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Guys, what else do I got going on? Who mentioned this? Jay, did you mention you got Batman coming?
Yeah, the Batman coming. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I have Batman coming as well. Mine's the Hot Toys right now. I don't know where my art is yet. Who knows where that's in? So, I'll be doing the 22 review soon, Batmobile, and I was just waiting for a Batman. So finally, I got one coming in. So that'll be fun. I think that'll be fun.
That red is working awesome right now.
You liking that? You liking the red?
I'm
Got a
digging
movie
it, yeah,
poster
man.
behind
Dude.
it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
sexy. So
I was trying to kind of give mix it up
Got
a little, you know, so they're not all the same kind of colors. Like I did the black lights and the green neon for Batman Forever, and just kind of having fun with that. So yeah, check that out, guys, if you haven't. I know that's not everybody's favorite Batman or Batmobile, but I did drop that review. I love that Batmobile. So, but yeah, we'll be doing the 22 and some other things coming up soon, you know. So it's fun, guys. We'll see what happens next week or soon, right? Maybe like you guys said, the day is not over, but this event's gonna go till the beginning of June, so we may see some more stuff. So I just want to say thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging out, supporting us, supporting everybody in the community, being cool and all that good stuff, man, and everybody's continued support. We will probably see you guys next week sometime. I don't know if I'll be back Wednesday or not yet. If not, definitely on Saturday, but probably Wednesday. And come check us out, come hang out. Bob, again, dude, thanks for coming, hanging out with us, showing off all your cool stuff and all your dropping all that knowledge that you have stored up in there. I love it. So you're always welcome, my man. Other than that, you know, usually we do this on Wednesdays, but since Hector's here, Hector, why don't you just play us out, man? We got Star Wars, we got some Arnold. What's going on here?
Look, listen, all right. What we're going to do here is we're going to celebrate May 4th. We're going to give the proper thank you to the one person who made us all cult members, just like right now, right? And that's none other than Marsha Lucas. That's right. Without her amazing editing skills, I don't think I could ever be a fan of this, right? It's just amazing. So I want to thank the one and only Marsha Lucas, no one else, okay? Because she is the one. And remember, tomorrow, Palpatine.